We are going live for episode 209, where we will be discussing Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 spoiler discussion, talking about sandworms, people racing in cars, and the writer strike that's happening in Hollywood. So join us for this week's show.
Welcome back to another episode of the Councilmen. This will be our 209th episode. We got the usual four of us. We have Albert, we have Kelvin,
Hello.
Ariq, and the Teguh, the suing man. Yeah, Teguh is gonna do a suing live stream.
I
Yeah.
don't think you can really see it, but yes.
Well,
it
you
is.
gotta put
You
your
can
hands
hold it
up a
up
little
like
bit.
this.
Yeah, you gotta hold it up, you know.
You got
Yeah.
a soul like this.
Yeah. So yeah, Tego is gonna do that while we're on air. He just wants to show off his sewing skills, you know, because none of us can do it.
He's got a new hobby now.
I wish it was a hobby.
Yeah, if it was a hobby, Tego would have never need to buy clothes anymore. He would just make them every time.
Damn.
Oh my
we
God.
need console merch, Tego.
Like you'll just
Oh,
see me
wow.
knitting away, like during the stream.
Tego will be like working in the workshop, but this is his house.
Mhm.
Fred is asking me what I'm making. Do I do the explanation again, Kelvin? The one that failed to impress you.
I mean, all you have to just show it. You know, just it's a quick showcase of what the go
Okay,
is.
sure.
Show
trying
and
to
tell.
make here.
Pin off.
Yeah. All right.
Alright.
So the go is going off screen for a bit. He's getting ready. Get ready for the presentation here.
Are we gonna be disappointed?
We're like Shark Tank, you know.
Wait, we
This
gotta
is the goose creation.
we gotta make it epic for him. All right, let's.
You
There
can
you go.
sort of see it in the reflection.
That's not.
That's not
This-
epic.
this is
How
very
it
epic. This is
Oh,
very
yeah.
epic.
Whoop whoop. Epic. Okay,
No.
that's classy.
It's like, what the-
I feel like
Albert,
Teguh is
you're
about
doing
to
a
break
very-
for us.
What is this?
Oh,
song
this
choice?
one sounds sensual. All right, Teguh.
Yeah, Teguh.
Step,
Teguh,
step into
you
the camera.
Hold on.
You gotta do it sensually, Teguh, when you take off the thing.
What?
Yeah.
For the videos only, listen. For
Oh,
the
okay.
audio only.
Okay.
Alright.
I think
So,
actually,
Teguh,
come to think of it, I
explain
think
what's happening for
Ariq
the
would like
audio
one of
listeners.
these for himself. You know.
Why?
You'll
Explain,
see.
explain
But
what's happening to the
know.
audio.
Oh, Albert,
listeners,
I don't know if
Teguh.
our audience knows, but like I work for Salon Plus, right?
Yeah.
Which is like patch medicine.
Mhm.
So we're gonna have some guests come over next week, and I need to explain it to them. So this is how you apply a Salon Plus patch. I'm going to demonstrate to you. I'm going to demonstrate on my arm. I'm just gonna pull this off.
Oh.
Teguh just pulled
on.
off his sleeves for the audio listeners.
that's-
So that's
Yeah.
the whole reason. That's the whole reason.
Yeah, that's
So
it.
I had this perfectly fine white shirt, and I've had to cut it and put little magnets in it.
Oh my God.
Yep. So that's
that
what
I can
Teguh is doing.
Attach and
He
reattach
turned
the sleeves.
his long sleeve to, detachable.
Sir,
Wait,
question.
wait.
Sleeves.
Are you just gonna use one sleeve and the other not?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm working on. I'm done with this side. I need to work on
okay.
this side.
I thought you're gonna go to your office with one sleeve and then the guy's like, something suspicious here. It's
Oh,
only one
wait.
sleeve.
I just realized something. The brilliance
the
of
music
Teguh's,
is not playing.
Oh yeah, I'll pause it.
the brilliance of Teguh's outfit is I can finally do what's his name? The Henry Cavill bicep reload properly. You just do the one that Mission
Wait, wait.
Impossible.
You're reloading biceps and sleeves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I need to reload my sleeves. Hang on.
Yes, Ariq, buy a shirt and some magnets, and I'll make you one.
Okay, you know what? When you come back on the summer, When you come back in
Yeah.
the summer, bet.
Yeah, Rick,
Alright,
the thing you're missing is that in that scene, not only did he reload his biceps, but he also grew a mustache and his shirt grew a pocket. Do you think you can do that?
Okay, look.
Mm.
Nobody is on the same level as Henry Cavill, okay? But I can at least
Valid.
get
Albert,
close.
Albert,
Valid.
everything is solvable with these little magnets over here.
We are not sponsored by the magnets.
we are not we are not sponsored by the magnets. Just-
Well, anyway, yeah. So Albert, what are we getting
That aside.
into? Yeah, this episode.
Yeah, so Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is out this week. We've all seen it. We're gonna wrap the show up with talking about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, so that's gonna be at the very end. But we'll start off obviously with weekly watchies. We're gonna talk about the Dune Part 2 trailer. We're gonna talk about the trailer for Gran Turismo, and then we're gonna talk about the writer's strike that's happening in Hollywood right now. So that is pretty much the rundown of today's show.
Yeah. Alright, so I guess let's just get into it with the weekly watchies. But before that, Albert with the plugs.
Yep, find us everywhere on all social medias at Councilmen Show on Twitter and Instagram and Letterboxd. Follow us there. If you're listening on the audio podcast, thank you. Leave a review and everything like that. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a like, subscribe, comment, join the live chat, share it with your friends, everything. So yeah, make sure you do that. We are live every Saturday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah. Alright, I guess the music. Yeah. Albert.
Are you ready for the weekly council segment, Weekly Watches? We've been watching TVs, movies, rating 1 to 5, maybe crying, could be boring, but laughing in theaters or at home, because it's time to share everything that we watched this week. It is time for our show's Weekly Watches.
Albert
you
almost
ready?
did a dab.
Oh no, it's on loop.
He's on loop.
Albert almost did a dab there.
Almost, but not really.
Not yet. That's
Not
like a
yet.
tease.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah. We're just weekly watches. We talk about what we watched this week. Yeah, we've talked about it. At the end of the weekly watches, we are going to do a very quick, non-spoiler review, I guess, for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So yeah, if you haven't watched it, you can get a quick non-spoiler review for that one. Yeah, alright, so for that, I guess let's go around the table. Albert, what else did you watch this week other than God 3?
Yeah, so let's see. I watch a couple of movies outside of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. The one that I wanna talk the most about, I guess I'll combine them. I thought I end last week's weekly watches by mentioning I watched part of Transformers. I finished that, and I watched Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen, not in one sitting. I think it took me like 2-3 sittings just because I got distracted and occupied to do something else. Same with Transformers: Dark of the Moon. So I watched all 3 Transformer movies, none of them in one sitting. So the last time I did all of this was 2017. In 2017, I decided to watch all 4 movies leading up to the last night in one day. Big mistake. Total headache.
Oh,
This time around,
Albert, why did you do such a thing?
I don't know. I thought it was all right. I thought it was a fine idea. It wasn't.
it was
Mistakes
it
were
was-
made.
And now I
wasn't.
could and now I couldn't even finish one movie in one sitting just because either I got bored or I got distracted and I had to do something else. So I
Why
cannot
not
even
both?
tell you how many times I stopped the movie to do something else. But yeah, I mean the first Transformers movie, I like it. I don't hate it as much as I thought I did. I like it. The action does hold up. The VFX does hold up. Not the action, sorry. Well, the action's okay, but the VFX does hold up. And I do like the film, and I like that the film ended in that Linkin Park song. what I've done,
What I've
and
done.
then what I've
What
done,
have
and
you
then it become a meme and everything. So I like that. The second one is very rough. God, the second one is awful in story. It's a mess. There is so many confusion. Uh, the action is, it's okay. The VFX is cool. I like the VFX. There are really some cool shots, but the humor in that film is very very weird. Like the scene where the Seymour is like, Simmons. Sorry, Siemens is like, I'm under the enemy's scrotum. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember
that's
that.
so that's a very interesting joke. Wheelie, the small robot, voiced by Tom Kenny, the voice of SpongeBob, starts humping Megan Fox in the middle of the movie for no reason. He starts humping
who
Megan
wouldn't?
Fox's leg,
Who
and
the-
then Megan Fox.
Who
Okay, it's very. It's a small robot, and it's very creepy, and it just starts humping Megan Fox's leg. And then the weirdest part of that sequence is that Megan Fox is like, "Oh, you're so cute," and then Sam with Wiki, who's logical, is like, "You're just letting him hump your leg," and like, I'm with Sam's side here. What the frick? That's like so weird. But yeah, there is so many weird jokes. And talking about the writer's strike, I just found this out. This is one of the films that got victimized by the writer's strike of 2007. 2007, we have a similar writer's strike for different reasons, of course. And this film was one of the victims that suffer from the poor writing. So I'm not. That makes so much sense. Um, but you know, this film is the second one is one of the worst ones probably. Dark of the Moon. That one, the concept is cool. I like the idea behind it. I like that it's set in Chicago. That I know where everything is. Ever since I've been living in the Chicago area, that part is cool. The whole idea of all that is cool. But this is a weird criticism because this is a Transformers movie. But this film suffers by the lack of Megan Fox as the love interest. I think Carly is an awful love interest. I don't care her relationship with Sam at all. I don't buy their relationship. I buy his relationship with Michaela, but with Carly, played by Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, I don't believe that. And it sort of take away from the movie a little bit. Which is, again, this is a weird criticism for the Transformers movie that I'm complaining about the love interest. So there you go. But the film is okay. The action's cool. This whole thing in Chicago is cool. It's crazy that they got Oscar winner Frances McDormand to be in this film. I did not remember that she's in this film. She's a big part of it. So yeah.
Actually, about like why it's not Michaela. Apparently, it's because like Megan Fox and like had a falling out with
Oh, I know.
Michael Bay.
Yeah, I think Albert
I was
knows,
aware.
but
It's like it's a whole. It's a
Yeah.
whole. I looked it up like a while ago, and I looked it up again when I watched this. It's like a whole. I believe. Don't quote me on this. I think Megan
We're
Fox in
gonna
an
quote you on
interview.
this.
I think Megan Fox in an interview compared Michael Bay to Hitler.
Yeah,
If
she
I am
did.
not wrong.
I
She
heard,
did,
she
I
did.
heard that.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I
It's-
heard it.
She mentioned like the way how Michael Bay works. I don't even know. It's like she comparing with the work ethic of Hitler or something. I don't know, man. It's weird. And then it's a whole thing. Michael Bay didn't want to fire her, but then Steven Spielberg, who's a producer, like convinced Michael Bay to fire her, so they got rid of her and everything. So yeah.
Here's the comment I want to add, Albert. Like Transformers 3 is actually a pretty good film considering that they had to fix the mess that was Transformers 2, and then there's a lot of like
Valid.
stuff that happened like
Mhm.
behind the scenes stuff, like like Megan Fox leaving, but they made a reasonably good film for that mess.
Yeah, at least the parents didn't got high for no reason and go running around the college area.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one of the worst parts of the movie.
Mm.
And Sam somehow goes to Transformers Heaven. But yeah, no, I
Oh, yeah,
agree.
that too, yeah.
It's the third one. The third one is 100% better than Revenge of the Fallen.
Mhm.
But yeah, I would still. The first one is still the superior one to me. So yeah, Transformers 4 stars, Revenge of the Fallen 2.5 stars, Dark of the Moon 3 stars. Mhm.
Right.
And I'm in the
let's-
process of watching Age of Extinction. Again,
Oh no.
it's
Oh,
it's
oh.
on.
That's the one with the dinosaurs,
It's not 5. It's not 5.
It's not 5.
five.
Yes, I'm already.
will
I know.
be.
I know. I'm already gonna have a brain aneurysm from 5. Just, and I don't know this, but I think the aspect ratio changes. And I know in the
Oh,
theater it
yeah.
does. I know in the theater it does. Like, every time I see it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know in the home
it
video.
did. It
So
did.
it's
It
gonna
did.
it's gonna
On
bother me. I
Netflix.
already
Should
know.
we break it to him about how bad it is?
Okay, well,
It
I'm
did.
already
It did
gonna
on
I'm already
Netflix. It
gonna
did.
I'm
It
already
did.
gonna hate it. But yeah,
I
like
had
like
I
the
wait. Is this the Dinos one? The one with the Dinos?
Dino is Age of Extinction. 5 is the last night.
See, the fact that
Oh,
Kelvin doesn't know
okay.
which one 5 is, it's better to remain like
It's
that.
better.
I know the last night is the last one kinda, but I haven't I know it's bad. I haven't watched it yet though.
You don't have to. It
Rather,
doesn't exist.
rather not. Yeah, rather not.
It adds
That's
no
bad, man.
value to your life.
Damn.
It just it detracts
It
value from
detracts
value.
the-
That
It detracts value from your life.
I think the last night was the one of the first movie that I ever remember wanting to walk out of the theater. But I didn't because in my head I was like, this is very early of my YouTube career, job movies days, and in my head I was like, I gotta review this. All right, Albert, just sit down, watch this movie till the very end. You gotta review it. You cannot leave because otherwise you won't be credible. I was suffering.
So
I
Angel,
hated the movie
wait,
so much.
Little did
Was it the
Albert
last time?
consider that leaving was actually the review.
if Albert left the theater, like we wouldn't have started this whole thing probably or gotten serious.
that's
It's one of my favorite
multiverse,
reviews still on the channel. If you look that up, it was so awkward because I was so pissed, but I was trying to like not look very pissed in the review. So
You should lean into it, man. Angry Albert.
That's a core memory for the councilman, I guess.
Yeah.
we
The
all
movie
need
so
like
bad got
a
me
ranting
angry.
core memory. We can have Albert with like the Transformers 5. You can have me with Raya. We need the other two as well.
I'll figure something out. I don't know.
Oh, mine is with Daniela from Unable Comes Home.
Oh
yeah.
god, yeah, I remember that. I remember, yeah.
It's so dumb still. Alright. Alright, yeah, so Albert watched a bunch of Transformers movie.
technically,
how about
technically a quarter of Age of Extinction. So like the other films, I am not finishing it in one sitting.
Oh, so you watch Age.
Yes,
You watch
That's-
Age.
I watched the
Yoshi
Age
Age.
part
Yoshi
where
Age.
they actually discuss about dating in Texas and how it's legal using the Romeo and Juliet.
Oh,
That
okay, I
part is
remember
so
that.
weird.
I remember
that
watching a
scene.
Yeah,
YouTube
I remember
breakdown,
that.
and it turns out that clause is actually like wrong. Like they used it wrong in the
Exists?
movie. They're like,
Oh,
no, the clause
my God.
exists, but it's not like that in the movie.
Oh,
Man, Michael Bay
like-
spent all his time to research that instead of researching and making the movie better, and then he still got it wrong.
Damn.
Like it's a lot more specific than just like being able to date each other or something. I don't remember. It was weird.
It's about dating a minor. That's the
Dating
weird
a
part.
minor.
No. It's not.
No, I meant the one in Age of Extinction.
Yeah. But the real one is more of like absolving you from rape and sexual charges from the times
Whoa.
when you were a minor or something like that.
Whoa.
Okay, let's
That's
not. I
very
think we should move on from Age
Or
of
something like that.
Transformers
Okay,
Age of
something like that.
Consent to something else.
Age of
I do not want
consent,
to-
age of.
Oh, shit.
That should be the title of the movie, Transformer Age of Consent.
Funnily enough, that was the title of the YouTube video I watched that broke
Yeah,
that
yeah,
down.
no, I saw the review. I saw the review.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
it said the thumbnail said Age of Consent. Okay.
All I remember from Age of
Yeah, shout out
Extinction
to
is that
what
they
the
went
creator
to what? They went to China for no reason.
Yeah, that happened. They did it when
that- Yeah.
That did happen.
They
Yes.
did went to China. You're right.
I haven't
They went
reached
there
China
for
yet.
no reason at all. Like, why does it have to take place there? I don't know. Yeah. All right, now let's move on. I guess from Transformers into hopefully something better. Ariq?
It is better because I did promise I'll keep watching. I'll continue watching. What is it? Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Man's Chest because I only watched Dead. Right? I didn't see the
You didn't
man's
watch-
chest part. Oh, I did not think of this.
All right.
I did- But yeah, I finished watching Dead Man's Chest, Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Man's Chest. Yes, I think this film was better than the first one, but not by a massive margin. But again, to start off where the better part is, it's clearly the VFX and CGI. That was 2006, and you could see like the details on like Davy Jones and his crew. It's like actually
Mm.
looks really good. It doesn't look dated at all. It actually looks better than most of like a lot of like I don't know Marvel films nowadays. It's kind of embarrassing, not gonna lie. Um, again, so yeah, the second film, I like I guess the whole premise of it is a lot cooler. Again, like having Davy Jones and all that as the main bad guy. There was a lot of like funny scenes where Jack got captured by the what do you call it, the tribes people and all that. That whole part is quite funny. Then of course you get the iconic scene where they fought on top of a, it's not a Ferris wheel, it's like the water wheel thing. You know what scene I'm talking about? You know, they were like fighting on top of the wheel.
Oh yeah.
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 So that one's,
Yeah,
so that was
that
fun to
scene.
watch. Yeah.
In
Watermill, I think.
Ila Cruces.
Yeah. Yeah, and also like and I also like the overall the ending was, you know, was pretty well, it was like kind of tragic but also at the same time kind of, what do you call it, it was pretty cliffhangery at the end as well. I guess as a spoiler for the 2006 film, yeah, the first bad guy Barbosa is still alive. Oh, well, he was resurrected
Whoa.
or something. So yeah, overall very fun film. I didn't realize it was actually very long as well. I think it's like 2 hours 40 minutes or something.
Yeah, it's long.
No, it's long, but like it kind of makes sense why it had to be long. They had to include
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of really good stuff on it. So yeah, and I think a lot of people on our chat likes to say like Dead Man's Chest was like the best Pirates film. Again, I'm trying to rewatch the whole thing except 4 and 5 because I still remember 4 and 5, and I again like Transformers, the fourth and fifth film weren't exactly that good anyway. I don't want to watch it. I'll finish the third one later for next week's episode. So yeah, but so far I think it's better than the first one, and I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. Very great
Nice.
Pirates film.
Ooh,
Yes.
nice.
Mm-hmm,
Okay. Are you gonna continue watch the other Pirates of the Caribbean after this one?
Not the 4 and 5. I don't want to. But
You
Ariq,
know,
no, no, I
you want
don't
to
want.
end it on a high note, yeah.
I'm stopping at 3. This is the time.
4 and 5 never exist.
Exactly. That's
Because
why.
4 is one too much and 5 is way out.
Well, 5 it is. 5 is way out. Oh God. But yes.
Alright. So yeah, there you go. That's Alex watching the rest of Man's Chess. Yes.
Man's I watched the entirety of Man's chest. Albert, show me
Wow.
your chest on camera. I'll watch it.
No,
I'll
I'm
watch
good.
it. I'll watch it like I'll watch it like this.
Honestly, I should watch Pirates of the Caribbean franchise.
It's good, Kelvin, until the third one.
Yeah, I should.
Until the third one.
Yeah,
Because I've seen-
that trilogy is really good, and then the fourth one is meh. The fifth one is also meh. So yeah.
Yeah,
I've
exactly.
seen a lot of like clips of Davy Jones and stuff with the crew, and goddamn, it looks so
Yeah,
good.
he does look good. He does look good. And it's
Yeah.
2006. How is that?
Yeah.
Was it 2006? Yeah, and the
Yes.
music is really
Oh, yeah.
awesome. It's so
Mm.
beautiful. Hans Zimmer. Oh,
Oh, okay. That I no wonder it's so good. I was like, why is this music
Klaus
so rocking?
Klaus Badell did the first one. Hans Zimmer did the rest, I believe. And yeah, it's so
Okay, that makes sense.
so good.
No wonder Davy Jones had such an epic theme every time he just walks.
Oh yeah, the piano theme.
Mm.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, that's I was gonna go to Teguh. Where's Teguh?
He's suing.
You got next.
He's suing again.
You got the next. You got next. What's your weekly watches?
Well, I watched actually quite a few because I've had a long
Choose-
holiday.
Choose one. You're
Uh,
gonna speed run the others later on, I guess.
I gotta speedrun the others. Okay, then in that case, the one I'm not going to speedrun is I literally just watched it an hour ago. Dungeons and Dragons.
Ooh,
Oh wait.
Oh, Honor Among
Okay.
Thieves.
Okay.
Yes.
I missed that one on the theater.
I want to watch. I haven't watched that one either. I really want to.
I like it. It's fun. It's fun, and you will get like I don't know about Albert, but Kelvin and Ariq will definitely get a few of the references.
I
But
didn't.
yeah, but here's the thing
references?
that my complaint about it is like there's not enough like references.
at the end of the day, it just felt like a typical like fantasy adventure movie, I guess, with like comedy thrown in. And it was good comedy, don't get me wrong. I actually laughed several times. But it didn't feel like very specially Dungeons and Dragons, which is my main complaint. Like I was expecting more of like the stupid like dice roll, like the die rolls and all of that, but didn't really get that. Um, did get a lot of the items and the affinity thingy and all of that. The
Okay.
end fight was a bit lackluster as well, I guess.
Is it?
I don't know. I mean, it wasn't bad. Yeah, it wasn't bad, but like I feel like they could have done more. Maybe. Do you think they could have done more?
With those characters, I don't think so.
Oh yeah, actually, speaking of characters, I was gonna complain. The bard, apart from like 2 scenes, didn't really feel like a bard.
Bard is Chris Pine, correct?
Yes.
The main character, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean I don't know what the bard's supposed to be, so.
he's supposed
He
to
play
be
music
singing
and
and buffing and
Yeah.
giving moral
Oh!
support.
That's
Instead,
their
he
role
just-
in
He
anything
sang-
usually.
He's singing
No.
in the film.
No, here's the thing, right? The bard felt more of like a mix between a bard class and like the whatever like the charisma build is.
Oh, okay. So
Alright.
he just
Like
talks
he
his
spent
way out of
more
things.
time like talking and like smarting his way through things instead of just outright singing. I mean, he did sing, don't get me wrong, but
Every time he wants to
Not
get
as
something,
much.
he should have just sing, I guess.
yeah, I mean when they were fighting, he should have been singing in the background. And like while like dodge rolling, he just like keeps trying to play, dodge roll, keep playing, you know? That's how it's supposed to be if you're a bard or if you're in Monster Hunter terms, hunting horn, you know?
Hey, wait, Teguh, hang on.
yeah.
So I'm just reading the Dungeons and Dragons like thing. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
because you said like, oh, he has too much charisma. Like, but it says right here on the official website. First, charisma should be your highest ability score. This is for the
Yeah.
bard. So
I guess
Teguh, think you got
Dungeons
it
and
right.
Dragons bards are just built different, huh?
They are.
I guess they're good talkers, I guess.
They're good singers and good talkers, which is yeah, I guess yeah, kind of
Alright,
makes
you know,
sense.
sure then. I guess then that's no longer a complaint. But yeah, as Fred said, it is a wholesome like comedy adventure. I did enjoy the comedy. Yeah,
One
so
of-
I'm
one of
gonna
my-
rate it 4 out of 5.
Oh, nice.
That's what I gave it as well.
It's solid. It's solid. I think it's good. You can enjoy it.
Alright. Do you watch it at theaters?
Nope.
Oh,
It's already out. It's already out for.
Mhm.
oh, it's already out digitally?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh, okay. I should watch it then. If it's out
Um,
digitally.
Tego, one of my favorite scene in terms of comedy is without spoiling anything, was a sequence where a character starts walking and then the other character is questioning what the character that's walking is gonna do.
I love that bit.
Also,
Like-
apparently that sequence happened because the guy who was walking did not hear the cut.
Oh really?
That's what I heard. I don't know how
wait, that
I don't know
was
how accurate.
impromptu?
I don't know how
Wait,
accurate
that's so
it is.
good though.
Exactly. I don't know how accurate it is, but if it is, it makes it even
Wait,
better.
that makes it so good. That makes it so good. Yeah.
That sounds so-
Wait, no.
It's
If
so
you watch the scene, like
It's so
if
good.
you understand that it's because he didn't hear the cut, that makes it even better because it's so stupid. that scene was good.
Yeah.
I also like the the big boy, the big red boy, Clifford. I'm gonna call him Clifford.
Big
Big
red
red
boy. There's a
boy.
dog. Not a dog.
Well, I don't
Oh,
want to
but-
say too much because then.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah, Clifford.
Okay, yeah.
Well, there was a scene that I laughed quite hard, but I don't remember what it was. Damn,
Alright.
I've forgotten
I
already.
guess.
But yeah, no, it's good.
Alright. How about the other movies you watch? Just quickly.
Straight away. Well, the other one
might
was
as well,
Guardians
I
of the
guess.
Galaxy, and then
Yeah.
the one before that
So this is ordered from most recent to like the least recent. I watched Ant-Man Quantumania.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
We don't like that movie too much. It's pretty
Wait,
mid, right?
first time watch?
Yeah.
You didn't see it in theaters.
He didn't
No,
watch
I
it
didn't.
at
I didn't. I
with
didn't
us.
watch it in
Yeah.
theaters.
Gotcha.
I just watched it like this week.
Gotcha.
To be fair, it's not worth the money. I don't watch it in theaters,
It wasn't.
Yeah,
I
no.
especially in Japan with how expensive it is.
Yeah, no.
How much is the tickets in Japan?
Like $20.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you're in Tokyo. Yeah.
If I go on a Tuesday, I can get it for $12, but
You
I
should-
can
you should-
never go on Tuesdays.
You should get a ticket. Go to a small town somewhere, in Japan, and watch it there. Watch a small theater.
Lebih mahal, Albert.
Going there is expensive. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
yeah,
I'm
no.
just kidding.
It's pretty mid. I was talking about it with Kelvin, and like Kelvin really hated the ant scene. I was okay with it, but I think
Ants.
like part of it was just because I was just overjoyed seeing two massive cannons on an ant.
Okay.
Huh.
Like
They-
it's an
they do
it's
look
a
pretty cool.
like it's an AT-AT, but it's an ant. It's an ant.
It's an
Okay.
It's not an ant. It's an ant.
It's an
I
ant.
love that bit.
Oh wow. Okay.
But other than that, I mean, yeah, I was pretty mid, and I was not happy. More than the ants, I was particularly unhappy about how it was Darren that saved the day, kind of.
Yeah, kind of, yeah, where he's like, look, I'm not a dick.
Yeah,
I
and
just
I'm
saved
like
the
that
day.
line
That's
was that
fine.
line was not like it's not even funny.
cringe.
It's just so
It's cringe.
cringe as
It doesn't make
well.
sense. It doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah, it
doesn't make
doesn't.
sense at all.
Right? Like, oh god, they had Modoc, but like, I don't think they used him properly, like Modoc.
They need to keep his mask on, man. Don't take it
Yeah, they
off.
did, yeah.
Better.
Got the mask on, it would look actually decent.
Yeah, and then they
Yeah,
took it
right.
off, and you see that weird ass
You even get to
magnifying
see
glass
you even
effect.
get to see Modoc's like cheeks.
I know, right?
from
Oh
behind.
god, that was
Yeah.
disturbing. That was disturbing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with Kelvin that a lot of this could have been solved with just simple communication if just Janet told the information sooner.
Yep.
Huh.
Well, not
That is-
solved maybe, but
that-
like
That was the exact same issue that I had, and I don't want to go too much into it. But the fact that we know, and it's funny because you guys know Honest Trailer make fun of the exact same thing. We know who the villain is.
Yep.
He is literally in the first scene of the movie in a flashback, and they treat the whole movie as a mystery of who the villain is, which is super pointless
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
irritating. So yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, very much. I hate Janet so much in this movie. Yeah. All right. How much you give- okay.
Wait. One more thing that I mentioned to Kelvin was like, if you really think about it, right? You know how like Scott Lang, when he goes big,
Uh-oh.
right? Like he gets hungry and all of that, right? And they reference it when his daughter like got big as well. Like, I'm so hungry and like I want citrus, right? But then if you really think about it, that's when Ant-Man becomes the size of like a building. They're in the quantum realm, so he went from subatomic to slightly less subatomic.
Mhm.
He shouldn't be hungry.
But the
Thoughts on this?
movie,
Still metabolism? Question mark?
Well, yeah, but like he's still tiny.
yeah, I turned off my brain for that. I'm just like, okay, I'm pretty sure the quantum realm does something to you.
I didn't think about it
Quantum
until like I
realm
was
has some
talking with
quantum
Kelvin,
physics,
and I was
man.
like, wait a
There's
minute.
some quantum physics,
Right,
quantum realm.
there is quantum alcohol, in there.
Yeah,
maybe your
that makes you
tolerance level
understand quantum
changes.
language, and
The
then
quantum atmosphere there just mess
Yeah.
up your metabolism,
yeah, your quantum metabolism, Kelvin.
Yeah, there you go. That's the term.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, just put
Quantum
quantum on top of
metabolism.
everything and just say like, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go to
I
my
would-
quantum sleep.
quantum sleep. Quantum sleep.
So Teguh, how much would you rate this quantum movie?
I would rate it quantum out of 5.
Ooh, that's
What you
small.
want?
I'll give it 3.
Okay, yeah, it's
Okay,
pretty
yeah.
mid, I
That's more
guess.
or less what we
It's just
rated, I think.
mid. It's just mid.
Yeah. All right.
Mhm.
I guess I'll go to me lastly here. I wanted. I did rewatch a horror movie, but we don't have to get to that. It's just Incantation. I watched that again with my cousins. But before watching Guardians Galaxy 3, I rewatched the first and the second one. Yeah. That was fun watch. The first one is still a lot of fun. Especially when what's the name? We get to meet all the characters again. I really miss adult Groot from the first one, I gotta say. Like baby Groot is cute. The preteen one in Endgame is like it's alright, I guess. Um yeah. But then adult Groot is like it's a perfect blend of like, oh, this dude's scary. But then you see his face, oh, it's so gentle as well. That's Groot right there. Yeah. From the first movie, that prison escape scene is still one of my favorite ones. It's just
It's
funny
so
and
good.
cool.
So
Yeah, it's
good.
so
It is,
good
it
that
is, yeah.
that whole prison escape scene. Yeah. Yeah. I gave the first Guardians like a very solid 4 out of 5, and then no 5 out of 5 actually. Yeah. And Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Honestly, I'm still not a fan of Ego as the villain, kind of as a villain, and also the whole Pac-Man scene. But you know what? Um, Yondu stole the show for that movie. Honestly,
You
like
mean Mary Poppins?
yeah,
Poppins,
the whole
y'all.
Mary Poppins y'all joke, and then
Uh,
he delivered the best line in that thing. He may he may have been your father, boy, but he ain't your daddy.
He your daddy. Yeah.
Mm.
What's that?
Such a good line.
It's good like.
Such a good line, man. That ending with the Ravager's funeral and stuff. It got me sad. I was like, no, Yondu. Yeah,
And it's one of the saddest ones.
it's sad when Yondu passed, but yeah. So yeah, that's that. I gave that one. I don't know. I'm debating if I should give it a 4 or 4.5. Yeah, I'll give it 4 out of 9. Right as of now, I guess. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I guess that's that. Let's go into a quick non-spoiler, I guess, for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Yeah. All right. Who? I guess Albert. You want to start?
You should start. You're in the conversation of Guardians already. You should go ahead and
Oh
start.
Yeah,
shoot!
right. That
Right.
makes
Yeah.
sense, right? It's just
Right. 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 Yeah. Continuing after watching Guardians 1 and 2, Volume 3 this time. Um, I have to say, non-spoiler wise, I think we all know this is like the Guardians Galaxy like final movie, right? Um, as a group, I guess, right? And boy, they did it so well. They give each character, great closure, a great ending. Well, what's the name? "Quote unquote" great ending for each one of them. And yeah, I'm just like at the end of the movie, I'm just like I'm sad, but I'm also like smiling for them, kind of thing. Yeah, I really liked it. And of course, yeah, the whole movie is just a lot of fun, just like all the other Guardians movie. Yeah, and yeah, uh, what else is there to say about it that's so unspoilery? But yeah, overall, it's just a great, great movie for this one, especially for the final one. Yeah. All right, Albert.
Yeah, I like this film a lot. I think it's quite different from the first two, which is a very interesting take that James Gunn did. But it wraps up the trilogy in probably the best way possible because we don't know without spoiling anything or without anything really. I really don't know what the fate of these characters are after these films, if we're gonna see them in the greater scope or not. But if we don't, I think they really wrap up all their arcs really, really well. And I think it benefits a lot as well that this trilogy, outside of maybe the Spider-Man trilogy, is the most removed out of all the MCU trilogies. It doesn't. It well, I guess Iron Man. But anyway, regardless, it's quite removed where it doesn't. You don't worry about it had to be part of setting up something else, or it's supposed to be connect. They have to connect it to a bigger universe in a way or something like that, and it really benefits from it. That the whole trilogy is sort of its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think this is out. It might be. Well, there are so many good performances. It might be the best performance from a lot of them. Chris Pratt was incredible in this film. Karen Gillan is awesome. Bradley Cooper as Rocket is awesome. And by the way, Bradley Cooper finally do press for Guardians, because I've never seen him do press for the Guardians
Really?
film ever.
Oh,
Try to look up Bradley Cooper doing press for Marvel. You will never see it until now. He finally does it. I think it's part of his contract where it's like, okay, I do the voice work, I don't do the press. I think because I've never seen him in a group photo with the rest of the Guardians, so this is like sort of the first time that I see it, which is cool. But yeah, everyone did an incredible job. I think Palm Clementif was good, and the villain, Chick Wood. Okay, I'm gonna get this name right. Chick. Oh God, hold on.
it's a hard name.
He plays a character in Peacemaker.
Oh yeah, the bug.
Yeah, the one that turns out to be a butterfly as well, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chukwudi Iwuji. Chukwudi Iwuji plays the High Evolutionary, and I think he's good in this film, despite the fact that he screams a lot. I think it's good. But yeah, it's a really beautiful film. Special effects. It's funny that now we're talking about special effects being good as if it's like a big thing, but the special effects is really good in this one. I think awesome. I think again, it's awesome. The action is great. The music is great. Emotional. The only minor negativity, if I can say any, is that I wish Tyler Bates returned for the team, because Calvin mentioned in the first one, like there are great moments, like in the first Guardians, that prison break scene. It got elevated by the Guardians team. The fact that the Guardians team built up in that team, oh, it's so good. And like the final fight in Nova with that team, it's so good. They didn't bring back the composer. They could have bring back the Guardians team in an epic, poetic way. Just missed out from it. And also, Gamora at times feels kind of lost because of her new character. Same with Adam Warlock, although I don't have too much of an issue with those. There you go.
All right. Yeah. How about Ariq?
I like this film quite a lot because compared to the previous one, which was Ant-Man, was it that came out before this?
Quantumania? Yeah.
Yeah.
Before this was
Oh
Quantumania.
Jesus, it was a step above, and I genuinely like it thoroughly much more.
It's not hard
And
to be better than that.
It is not. That is why such the disparity just makes me like, oh wow,
Like it
finally.
even more, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's such a good film. Unlike the last one, and yeah, and it's also been some time since I felt that much emotion in a Marvel film. I guess last time
Mhm.
was No Way Home, maybe. I guess yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense. So yeah, there's that. That's just all I can really say for it.
Without spoiling, yeah. Yeah, well,
Without
how about
spoiling.
Teguh? You just watched this
Moments ago.
yesterday, I think.
Moments ago.
Like literally yesterday. Like I was like thinking about waiting for Tuesday maybe. And then Albert talked about how he was weeping in the cinema after watching this, and I was like, screw it. So I opened up my phone and I checked for tickets, and it's like, oh, I can go on at 5:40. So I went ahead and bought the tickets then and there.
There you go. So yeah, Teguh, well, what's your thoughts on this non-spoiler way? You know?
I do really like it. It's very like I think it's got like the perfect mix of like funny and sad, and like well touching as well, I guess. Um, and also like I don't know. It hasn't been a while, but I really like the pacing.
Yeah,
I
that's
really
fair.
didn't feel like I didn't feel time at all. Like it was
Actually, yeah, I should mention I didn't notice it was that long. It was very long.
yeah, it's really long. Like it's
But I but I
2 hours
didn't
30, isn't
but I
it?
didn't notice it. Yeah.
almost 3. Well, I was in the cinema for at least almost 3 hours, but like yeah, I
I
didn't feel
started
it at
watching
all.
at like yeah 6:20 and then finished at like 8:40, almost 9.
I started 5:40, finished like yeah 8:30 or something. But yeah, that's including like the trailers and all of that before that. But yeah, no, the pacing was great. Songs as well. I have mixed feelings about the song in the first
Oh,
end
really?
credits.
Oh, first end credits.
Wait, was it the first end credits? We'll talk about it in the spoiler review, but I have mixed
Oh,
feelings about
okay.
one of the songs. But like
Okay.
I mean I like it, but we'll talk about that later. And now the ending song um is stuck in my head. I think I've listened to it like 5 times already today.
Nice.
But yeah, I love there are a lot of memorable scenes as well.
Yeah.
Which I don't want to talk about. I think that's all I can say without being spoilers.
Yeah, man, we'll
Oh,
get to it
I
later. You don't have to say much right
that's
now.
spoilers as well. Nah, you know,
Exactly. Just save it for at the end.
it's good.
I-
It's good. It's good.
I will say this because I don't think this is spoilers. I hope not. But I mean the soundtrack is
Blame
already
Albert
out, so
now.
you can find the soundtrack. You can already see
Yeah.
the soundtrack if you want to see the official mixtape. But the scene where they play "No Sleep Till Brooklyn," probably
Mhm.
one of. Oh God, I love that scene. Oh my God, I love that scene. So
I'm trying to remember
She
what
was
scene is
asleep
that.
until Brooklyn.
Oh, okay, okay. I remember. Yeah,
it's
that sounds
a
good.
it's an action sequence.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Yeah, well, I mean, we're going to get into detail later on at the end of this. All right. So yeah, that's I guess our kinda quick non-spoiler review for Volume 3 of Guardians of the
Emphasis on
Galaxy.
kinda.
Kinda. Yeah. All right. I do have to say, I think Guardians is definitely one of the best trilogy in MCU. Is either that or
MCU, yeah.
Spider-Man. Yeah. Is either that or Spider-Man. Outside of that, it's like I don't know. I guess Captain America, but the first one is I don't really like the first one. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I think that and Spider-Man is the top. I'm debating. I
The
might put this over Spider-Man.
over
No, or
Spider-Man?
actually no.
It could be recency bias as of now. But
For me, it's
yeah.
definitely above Spider-Man because
Because I
space.
I
Space,
here's
yeah.
I really love 1 and 3. 2 is still middling ground for me. I don't know if you're including the holiday special, but I love that as well. So it's like it's a little bit of mix, but the
Mm.
highs are really high. And then like Spider-Man, I love No Way Home, and then Homecoming and Far From Home, I like it good at a good amount as well. So yeah,
Far From Home, I like it less than Homecoming and No Way Home for sure. Yeah,
fair. I'm the opposite.
yeah. All right. Anyway, so yeah, that's that. For the weekly watchies. So now let's go into some trailers. First one.
Oh,
I'm sure
What?
this in. Did Teguh like sniff his magnet or something?
no, I downed too much bourbon in one go.
Okay, the goose getting drunk.
You don't
Oh,
need to get you don't need to get drunk in the show, Teguh. Yeah.
Yes, I do. Let's go.
This is
Because
all the
Albert
effects of
didn't get drunk yesterday.
this is all the effects of
I
volume
why
3.
is it that I didn't get drunk make you feel like you have to get drunk for me?
Well, because I have to be drunk for you. Because you didn't get drunk yesterday.
It's just such a long excuse for the wanting to get drunk.
I
Jesus.
know, right? Teguh, just say
Just
you want to
relax.
drink.
Just say you have a problem, man. Just admit.
Alright, anyway, let's go into the trailers. I believe this is in Teguh's draft. Dune Part 2.
Yay.
Is it Teguh's draft?
Yes.
I think
Yeah,
I think
should
so.
be.
from space to sand. Well, it's still
Well, it's in
I guess.
space.
Yeah, that's true.
Part of
Well,
it is in space,
I
right?
mean,
Technically,
yeah.
everything is in space.
What? No, it's on
Okay,
a
let's
planet,
not.
so
Okay,
it's not
no,
in
I mean, the sand is in a planet. In Guardians, mostly you're in space, flying around, right? So yeah, from space to sand. Yeah, all right, Tago. You
Hello.
have this in your draft, so why don't you go first? Do you like sand, Tago, or is it too coarse for you?
Actually, I do like sand. Um,
Uh.
I like sand.
Do you?
Sand is nice.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, what's your thoughts on Dune Part 2?
I understand nothing, first of all.
Same here.
But it does look fun. It looks, well, not fun. It looks exciting. I think this might actually hopefully be good on like fucking Ant-Man. But there was a lot of black and white. I don't know how I feel about that though. Like
Okay.
like in the trailer, you see a lot of like black and white in the arena scenes and all of that. I don't know how I feel about that just yet, but should be good. The only thing I'm kind of not too stoked about is I don't really see any like cool like helicopters or like at least I don't remember seeing any like cool helicopters or like spaceships and all that. It's just sand, a big worm, which was fun as well to watch, and arenas.
Um,
Am I
I
missing
guess
anything?
this time they're focusing more on the sand people, right? I think so.
Yeah, and like
I
I
don't
think they're
think they
adding
have
like
those.
they're introducing a different faction, right? The whole black and white one. That's a different faction, I'm
I have
assuming.
no idea.
I'm assuming it's a different house. Is it a different house, Albert? Do you know?
I thought it was the
Are we
Emperor,
talking?
the
Are we talking about
Empire.
Florent Pugh's people?
Maybe.
I have no clue.
Isn't
I
it like the
believe-
main empire if it was what
Is
is it?
it?
Florence's Florence's people.
Florence Pugh is playing Princess Irulan. She's the Emperor's daughter.
Okay, so it is the main empire
Austin
then.
Butler is playing Fate Rota Harkonnen, which is House Harkonnen, which we see in the other film. He's the younger nephew of Baron Harkonnen.
Yeah, they're in the first. Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, I already completely forgotten on all the names. Like Harkonnen.
I don't
is
remember the
that?
names.
Like
I don't
the
even remember the name of the main character.
His
What is
name,
it? Like
Paul.
Artesian or
Paul.
something?
It's
Is that-
Paul.
Paul?
It's Paul.
Damn, it was
It's
Paul.
bloody Paul.
No wonder I
Is there
didn't
like
remember it.
the
Plain as hell.
Artesian house or something?
Atreides. That's the name of
Atreides,
the main
yeah.
family.
House attrition, damn. Imagine
Dude,
that.
I need
Yeah.
to before watching part 2, I definitely need to. I don't know if I want to rewatch part 1, but I'll definitely watch a YouTube explaining
I-
part 1.
I really like the
Might watch
fact.
part one.
I really like the fact that every other character except the main family have cool names. Like the main family is like Paul and Lady Jessica, and then everyone else is like Princess Irulan, Gurney Halleck, Vladimir Harkonnen. Like there's Paul.
Paul.
Paul Atreides.
The scariest of them all, Paul.
Paul Atreides.
Yeah. Alright,
Hopefully I get to see cool tech and all of that because that's what really gets me hyped up for this, you know, seeing the spaceships, the weird ass dragonfly helicopters. They're not even helicopters if you think about it, but
They're called
Technically.
ornithopters. They're called thopters too.
Yeah.
yeah, thopters, yeah, thopters,
Ornithopters.
because they thop. All right, I want to see some more thop.
That is the sound they make though. if
Yeah,
you
thop,
remember
thop,
what
thop,
it sounds
thop,
like in
thop,
the
thop, thop.
yeah. If you remember the first film, I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Yeah. Honestly, for Dune Part 2, same. Like I said, I don't remember the names or the house of faction, whatever they belong to. So I have no clue what's happening. But at least we get to see more Zendaya now. Like, more than 5 minutes of Zendaya, so that's good. Yeah. But yeah, like from what I've seen, from what we've seen in the trailer, the visual still looks amazing. We're gonna be seeing a lot more sand. I'm curious what else they're going to do with the sandworms, because this time they seem to be, well, I mean, Paul wrote on it, right? So maybe they are going to use it. It'll
Is
be
this
cool
your-
if they use the worms to like attack, to like they ride through
This,
battle.
is
on
this
them. That would be
reminding you of
cool.
Monster Hunter, Kelvin?
A little bit.
Does
Yeah.
it
it'll be
remind you
pretty
of
cool
the
if they
clutch claw?
No, it doesn't.
Don't remind me of that.
No, but yeah, if you wrote the sandworms to battle, that would be pretty cool, I guess. Yeah, but yeah, I'm just curious where it's gonna go. I really have no clue what
Mentally
Dune is
prepare
about,
yourself
honestly.
because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be long again.
I'm sure it's gonna be long. I mean, the first one is
How long was
already like
the?
Like 3
3
hours,
hours.
right?
Is that 3
Was it
hours?
3 hours? I thought it was 2 hours 30. Really? Huh.
Let me check. Dune Part 1 runtime.
I knew
Was
it
it
was
not
long,
long?
but
It was long.
like
155 minutes.
2 hour 35 minutes. Yeah, that's how long it is. Yeah, but I mean it's that long, but there's a lot of shots in the first one where it's just kind of like panning, just looking at the landscape of the sand, so
Yeah.
it feels
I
long,
mean,
I guess.
it is long, and like, I didn't hate it. I liked it, and I liked that it was long, but like, it was tiring. I came
It
out
was
of the
tiring.
cinema tired.
Same.
Like,
Yeah. I do I do hope you're going to get some cool like cool epic scenes like in the first one when they bomb the what is it? They bomb like
Well,
the
I know it's the
military
base, but
camp thing, the base, yeah,
yeah,
with and then
like the
that
outpost.
yeah, that would be pretty, yeah. Definitely they definitely would do something epic like that again. So yeah.
I
I'm
sure
just
hope so. That's what I'm in this for.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it for sure. How about you, Albert? Thoughts on the trailers?
Trailer's cool. That it gets us excited for Dune 2, of course. That's coming out in November. But
Man,
yeah,
a lot of movies in November.
yeah, is that
A lot of
what we
movies in
talked what we
November.
talked about last week was all November releases, was it? I don't remember.
Yeah, there was like Wish,
Next Goal Wins.
Wish
Next
next
Goal
goal
Wins,
wins, yeah.
and then this now Dune Part 2.
Yeah. Dune Part 1 wasn't it around the same time as well? But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, the trailer's cool. We get to see Austin Butler in the role. He seems to be a very menacing. I don't know if he's going to be a villain or whatever, but if he
Where
is,
is
it
he?
seems huh?
Where is Austin Butler in the trailer? Does he have some weird makeup? Is he the white guy?
He's the
The
white bald
albino
dude.
guy?
Yeah.
Oh, that I was thinking he would be like playing Elvis or something.
Why would he
But
be
okay.
Elvis in Dune?
I don't like the Elvis, like the Elvis of Dune, you know?
The Elvis of Dune.
What the actual?
You
Sure.
know, he's like on a ornithopter, like that guy in Mad Max, but it's
Hmm.
Elvis. Yeah.
You just want to see the Mad Max guy again, Kelvin.
True.
Uh,
But anyway,
but
go
yeah.
I
over.
do as well.
Seeing him is cool. Seeing Florence Pugh is cool. I heard from my friends who read the book that Florence Pugh's character is barely in the book. She's a very small character. So the question
Oh.
is, are they gonna expand her role in the movie and get away from the source material, or are they gonna be faithful, which means that she's probably gonna be in the film for like 5 minutes? I don't know.
Yes.
If I were to
Make
guess,
Albert
they might.
disappointed.
If I were to
Only
guess,
appears for
Albert.
5 minutes.
If I were to guess, they're probably gonna expand the role, but I don't know. I hope we see more Dave Bautista. He was awesome in the first film,
Yeah.
Yes.
and he's awesome as always. But yeah, I was not huge on the first film. I didn't love the first film. I think on a technical level, it's a spectacle, but I just didn't love the film. So like this trailer, pretty much just it didn't increase my hype from what it already was. I'm like, okay, cool, Dune trailer, yeah, all right. Like I'm not like crazy excited.
Yeah.
Like legitimately, and I'm being completely honest, if this film came out in theaters tomorrow, I'm not gonna be the first person in line to watch it. I'm gonna wait for the reviews, just because I know it's gonna be long, and I didn't love the first one. I liked it just fine. So yeah, music's good though. Music in the trailer, music in the film, Hans Zimmer, and yeah. So yeah, again, I know technically it's gonna be awesome, but like as of story wise, I'm okay.
All right. How about Ariq? Ricky boy.
Let's see. Yeah, again, you're right. I did remember like gist of the first film, but the second trailer did not like connect very well. Well, then again, I guess the trailer is more like gimana ya? I guess it's just showing you like what's gonna happen in this film, but they didn't like have a direct connection with the how the first one ended. So yeah, that whole part was kind of confusing. But again, I'm mostly in Dune for the world building and the I guess like part of the politics or whatever of it. The main story of it was just like it was decent. I mean, technically, this is kind of like. Hopefully, I don't offend people, so I'll say it like this: it's technically the OG Game of Thrones, where you see like a strong house that has fallen on its heels, and now they're trying to get back up. Albert, I'm
Uh,
correct on this. Go on. House Atreides is basically like House Stark before House
yeah,
Stark
yeah,
was a
yeah, yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so I guess like yeah, so like the story is like something I'm familiar with, but like yeah, again, the world building is the thing that I'm like most intrigued by, and we get to see a lot more stuff in there. Sandworm riding, arena gladiator battles in black and white. I
Now
don't know what
this
that's
is
supposed to
pod
mean.
racing.
Now this is worm racing.
I wish
He's
if
worm
only he
racing.
says. I know they're not going to just because of the tone of the movie, but imagine if he says that. Oh,
Oh, now this is worm racing.
instant 5 out of 5.
No, this is worm race.
Now this is worm racing.
Oh man.
Instant 5 out of 5, man.
Yeah. Ooh, but yeah, again, looking forward to the world building. Hopefully, it's cool like the first one. But yeah, like but as Albert mentioned, yeah, it's not. I wasn't like super massive on it. I was just like, you know what, this is a pretty cool film. I'll check it out.
Yeah, honestly, I've never into the whole like. I mean, this one is quite political as well, right? So I'm usually not really into those either. So yeah,
Mhm.
I'm same with you guys. I'm not really into Dune as a whole, but I do have to say some of the scenes are cool. I'm in
Yeah,
it for the spectacle. So
there's
yeah,
the
at
spectacle.
this
Yeah,
point, yeah, because most likely throughout the movie, I'm going to be confused as hell on who is in which faction.
who is in
Yeah,
which direction? Yeah,
yeah,
fair, fair.
because that's what happened with me in the first movie. I was like, wait, who is this? Why is he evil?
Who you again?
Who you?
Yeah, that's yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
man.
we'll all right. Yeah. Any other thoughts on this?
Um, not not on the trailer, but I was looking at the Wikipedia for Dune Part Two, and I was looking at the filming because I was just kind of curious, like where do they film this? They filmed it in the desert of like Jordan, and in Abu Dhabi and everything like that. And then there is a part in this Wikipedia that says. The film was entirely shot on IMAX camera. Okay, cool. And they film on new locations to avoid repetition. And in my head, I'm like, okay, I don't know if this is referencing to the desert or not, but can you imagine if they're like, all right, we've shot this desert before, we need to find another desert.
Desert.
They gonna run out of deserts.
There's a desert, man. It's just sand. You don't need.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they weren't referencing the desert when they say this part to avoid repetition, but I just want to imagine that it is like, oh man, we got that dune already. Gotta find a different sand dune,
Man,
man.
that sand hill right there. We've shot there before.
What if we
Just
push
switch it
some of
up.
the sand to the side, make it there?
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I feel like in the chat, in the live chat here, everyone seems to be loving Dune a lot. Yeah.
Fair.
All right. Uh, I guess that's that for Dune Part Two trailer a little bit. Now let's move on to the next one here. This is for Avik and Teguh. Gran Turismo trailer. There's that. Um, yeah. So well, let's start with you guys first because you guys are very into cars, I suppose. You know,
You
not
want
in
to
a
go first,
sexual
Tego,
way,
or should
but
I say something?
Sure, I can go first.
Alright, go ahead.
In the trailer, they said based on a true story. Now, I don't know. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the
we're
thing. Here's
going
the thing.
there, right?
I don't know if they did anything similar to Gran Turismo, but I know they did something similar with Dirt.
Okay. What do you
So
mean by
Dirt
that?
is basically is like a video game. It's a simulator, but
Mm-hmm.
for rallying. And I know that like I think maybe last year they held a worldwide championship, and people with the best times like got. I don't know if they were like recruited into like the Dirt team or like for like actual rallying, or they just got to drive a rally car in a rally stage. Um, I think they made like a team because I remember Dirt had their own car, like with like they actually made a team car with its own livery. So it wasn't that knowing that this has happened before and was like all over my Steam news page. I'm not too it's not like too out there. It's not too unbelievable for me to think that Gran Turismo did something similar, especially with Sony and Nissan at the same like those two, I can see it happening. But yeah. I'm kind of interested because yeah, as like they implied in the trailer, like driving in a video game and driving a car in a racing car in real life is completely different. Like don't get me wrong, I've never tried it. But like
You have a rig, right? For like
I have a rig and I've driven
yeah.
a car in my rig and I've driven a car in real life. It's completely different.
Hmm.
Like so I don't know. I am kind of interested to see where this goes. Um I again, if it's based on a true story, I don't know how the true story goes. And I don't know how
I
based on it is. Like
can tell you what the true story is.
Alright, sure.
all
I
right,
guess.
sure, let's
Again,
hear it.
I'm using the most reliable. I'm using the most reliable source, which is Wikipedia.
Of course, yeah.
Wikipedia is surprisingly reliable, but yeah, go on.
It's inspired by the true story of Jan Mardenbro.
Who the hell? What? Bro? What?
JANN. I think it's
Jan
Jan
Mardenborough. Is that how you
Yeah,
Mardenborough.
Jan Mardenborough.
A teenage
Mardenborough.
Gran Turismo player,
Mardenborough.
which is
Sorry.
a teenage Gran Turismo player who aspires to be like a race car driver. He's a British dude. And yeah, he
Oh yeah, okay.
I
where
think
is
it was the name of the character, like in the trailer, Martin, bro.
It is. It
Was
is.
it?
It's him. It's
Yeah,
based
yeah,
on him.
like his helmet said Martin, bro.
It is. It's based on him. It's based on him.
Is this somehow related to David Attenborough?
Maybe.
No. No, that is Aten. This is Madden.
Aten, bro. This is
This is
Madden.
Marden, not Aten.
There, go on, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, go on,
he
go on,
in 2011 he became the third youngest winner of the GT Academy, which is a Nissan GT like academy, I guess, Gran Turismo like program. I'm not sure what it is.
Probably just like,
Competition. It's a
like,
competition,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it beats 90,000 entrants. He was rewarded with a drive for Nissan at the Dubai 24-hour race, and then he competed in Formula 3 European Championship, the GP3 series, the GP2 series. He also competed in the 24-hour of Le Mans, finishing third in the LMP2 class. No idea what any of this means.
Holy shit.
And this was during his debut into 2013, and he competed for Nissan Motorsports in the 2015 FIA World Endurance Championship. So yeah, so ever since then he's been racing in Japan in the Super GT and Super Formula Championship.
I
Yeah,
have no idea what all
he's
that
won.
means.
He's won a lot of racing. He's joined and won a lot of racing competition. I guess that's the gist of it. Because of
All
a
you
racing
need to
competition.
know, Kelvin,
He
is
wins.
that the fact that his first race was a 24-hour endurance race. Holy shit.
One of his first race, yeah.
That dude,
And finishing
Nissan had
third.
no fucking chill. Holy shit.
And finishing third. That is
And
insane.
finishing third. Like, holy crap. Like, Ariq understands just how bad it is because we saw Top Gear
yeah.
try to do it.
I'm
Like-
surprised the kid didn't even die. He
Yeah,
needs some
oh my-
serious
oh my.
endurance.
I was driving with Kelvin in a regular car and regular ass speeds for 12 hours and I was like dead inside. this kid, holy shit. He won a couple video games and he goes on like 24 hours. Damn. That is impressive. That is impressive, not gonna lie. But yeah, so
Alright.
well, now that we know it's like what the actual true story is and it's not just dirt. But that's kind of interesting. I'm just excited to see the cars, honestly, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's what I'm in this for.
Yeah, alright.
Valid.
How about Ariq? What's your thoughts on this?
Is this like a Zoomer Ford v Ferrari?
Probably.
Probably. Yeah.
How is it a super?
To be fair, that
Ferrari is
dude
a
has
dad.
Well,
like
they're kids, they're new, and to be honest, they actually skewed far from the not far, like kind of far from the story. Because in the story, it's set in like you said 2011, right? So it was PS3 era. In this one, it's
Mhm.
set in like PS5 era already.
Hey, Sony got to
Which is now.
market their PS5 somehow.
Yeah, I know they do. I know.
Despite
So
it
that's
always
why.
being out of stock.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's not out of stock anymore, but anyway. But like, ito apa? But it just proves the point. Like, it's supposed to be like a much more brand new, much more like modern base centric like story, right? So it makes sense what I say. It's like a zoomer. This is like a
I mean,
zoomer.
they were driving R35s. When did that come out? 2013, 2012?
Oh, come on, man. They have some developments over the years, but still look the same. Look at F1 cars. They all look the same.
Yeah, but like, no,
Yeah.
you said this was what, 2011, right? But like, the cars they were driving didn't come out until like what?
Oh, then
2015?
didn't come out at the time. Yeah. So it makes sense, right? So it's more like it's like a slightly more modern retelling, I guess. But yeah, I guess if I'm expecting something like that, it'll be quite cool. I don't know. It seems like sports films tend to hold a lot of like story and drama in it that I actually get immersed in, which I'm pretty sure this might do the same thing.
Yeah.
And as far as the video game concerns, I've never played Gran Turismo since like 2007. Ever since then, I've been playing Xbox, and I've been playing the Xbox version called Forza. So yeah.
Is it-
Oh.
But you know what? All cars are pretty all car games are pretty much the same.
Is there
Does
like
it
a
matter?
campaign in the game, in the Gran Turismo game?
As far as
Yeah,
I know,
there's a
it's
campaign,
not.
yeah.
There's a campaign. Is there a
It's
story?
not a
Probably not.
story, but it's a
A
campaign.
campaign, yes, but the story, no. I mean, it's not like a
You
NBA where you burn down your apartment or something over.
Yeah,
Sure,
unfortunately,
hotel
you
that
don't
we
get
burned down.
sold for a
I forgot what
handle.
the story was. It was something wild, but your NBA one.
The NBA 2K.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right.
Thoughts on it? Yeah, I guess. How about you
How,
guys? You guys
how,
haven't played these games, so what's your thoughts on this, or if you haven't seen it?
I will.
Yeah,
I
what's it for a
will.
Bold for
non-gamer?
you to
Yeah.
assume that I've never played Gran Turismo.
You played Mario Kart. That's pretty close. I know.
You're right. I don't think I've ever played Gran Turismo, but bold for you to assume that. Have I played Gran Turismo? I don't think I have. I don't actually know. I need to see like
So
the
we
gameplay.
were right.
I need to see the gameplay. Maybe
You didn't
it's
grow
sparked
up
a
in the
memory.
PS
The
era. You said
gameplay
you
is
grew up in
I don't have.
rising,
I don't
yeah.
have PS3. I have PS2. Let's see. Gran Turismo.
Yeah, in PS2 it exists. Yes, anyone who grew up in PS2 probably have played Gran Turismo at least
I probably
once.
played like at
Funnily
least
enough, I've
once.
never
Yeah.
touched a Gran Turismo game ever.
I've never
Or the
played Gran
disgrace.
Turismo.
I can understand Kelvin's, but you're a disgrace to go.
Because I had an Xbox.
All right, yeah, wait, you grew up in Xbox. I forgot. You should play Forza instead.
But yeah, I mean, this trailer did nothing for me. Like, okay, cool. I didn't know it was a thing. Like the live chat said, I didn't know this was a thing until it played before the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 as a trailer. I was like, oh, this is a thing. Whoa.
It played in the
Orlando-
theater for
or-
you. I didn't see it.
It's
My friend
not
just
in
sent a
Indonesia.
link. Yeah.
I mean,
No,
it's,
you know
I
what
mean, it's
bloody
different.
trailer they played for me? Fucking Megan.
Oh wow.
Wait, that is a weird. Usually they market that for the specific audience of like,
Yeah,
okay,
right?
Guardians of the Galaxy,
Like,
they
this is
play
the second
Flash, they play
time.
something else, they play Megan.
Yeah, they played
That's
Megan
weird.
like today, and like the last time I went to a theater as well, which I don't remember what I watched, but they played Megan as well. That's how
came
I
out
found
like,
out about the damn thing.
No, I guess
that
Japan
came out
just
like
likes
5
vegan.
months ago. If for
Yeah.
everyone else.
I think the one that played for my theater, not to get sidetracked here, was Transformers: Rise of the Beast, the Little Mermaid. By the way, did you guys see the video that I sent of the Little Mermaid and Transformers trailer played at once?
At once. No, I didn't. I'll watch it.
No,
It's
I
it's
haven't
in our group chat. Check it out afterwards. There was like a glitch in the projection, and they play the trailer at the exact same time, and it overlay on one another. It's insane. It's a
Oh, that's
transformer.
how-
It's a Transformers action sequence with part of your world playing in the background. It's insane. Anyway, those two trailers and everything, among others like that, the Flash and everything. But anyway, this trailer again, it doesn't do anything for me. I don't know if I will check it out. If it's really good, I will check it out. I haven't seen Orlando Bloom in a long time, so this is interesting to see him back. And like Neil Blomkamp, who's the director, is a very odd choice. And this is coming from someone who's never seen a Neil Blomkamp movie, but I know what the vibe of a Neil Blomkamp movie is with District 9 and Elysium, and I find it weird that Gran Turismo is like,
It's District 9 in Elysium? Okay, that's weird.
yeah, it's like a
Elysium is
weird
a-
choice.
Huh. I guess
Apparently,
they
Joseph
did the whole
Kosinski.
sci-fi thing.
Apparently,
with
Joseph
the
Kosinski, who did Top Gun Maverick and Tron Legacy, was supposed to do this, which I can see making much more sense for this film. But
Mhm.
Neil Blomkamp is an interesting choice. But yeah, again, I'm not too excited for it. It's a cool that it's based on a true story and all, but yeah, I'm not excited for it at all.
I really don't care about this.
Yeah.
I really don't care. I mean, it's yeah, like Ford v Ferrari. I still kind of care because at least I know what the brand is. Be like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And also, it's like Ben Affleck that's in Ford v Ferrari, so it's like cool, right? And this one, it's like, what the hell is that kid?
Ben
Wait,
Affleck's not even in
No,
Ford v Ferrari.
wait,
is
Ben
it not
Affleck?
Ben Affleck? Who is it
No,
No,
then?
Matt
There
Damon
was someone.
Matt Damon,
and
Matt
Christian
Damon.
Christian
Bale.
That's who I
Bale.
was thinking. Yeah. Christian Bale. Yeah, Matt Damon. I was thinking of Matt Damon. All right.
Okay, okay.
Matt and Ben.
And this was like Matt Damon in Ford v Ferrari, which is like, oh, big name. And this one is like the
Oh,
main
but they have
character. I
this.
guess is that kid, right?
But they
David
have Stranger
Harbour,
Things guy.
Jamon Hansu, Orlando Bloom.
Right. Yeah. No.
Okay, they're not
I
as big
mean,
of a name
it's not as
celebrity
big.
as Matt Damon.
that's
As
what
Matt
that's what I'm
Damon and
saying.
Christian Bale, yeah.
And I don't think they're not the main character either, right? Is that
They
kid
look like
the
the
main
trainers
character?
or something, yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are.
Which is, I mean, yeah.
So yeah, really, I just don't really care
The-
about this movie too much.
but
And also, the cars are not like the cars that like Ferrari kind of thing. It's like the racing ones. So that makes me even not care even more.
I think they're the same type of cars.
They're the same
No, they
type.
are.
I mean, like
They're the
shape
they're
wise, I guess.
Uh,
Shape wise.
shape wise, yeah, I guess. I mean, it was set different era. It was like 60s versus whatever now.
I think
now,
even now,
Yeah.
literally
is
now.
the GTR in the same category as like? It's not, right? It's in the lower categories for Le Mans, right?
I wouldn't know. I don't watch racing. I just vroom vroom and games.
You just vroom vroom.
Alright.
but yeah, this is going to be from PlayStation Productions, the studio that's making one of the studios that's involved in making this. Outside of Columbia Pictures. And I have a little trivia for you guys. There is two other projects that PlayStation Production have created. One is a movie, one is a TV show. Do you know what it is?
A TV show.
TV show.
Yeah.
It's not Last of Us.
Last of Us is correct.
Okay.
They promote
what's the movie?
PS5 on Spider-Verse, so Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah.
Nope, that's wrong.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
not. Okay. But the Spider-Man thing though.
It has to be a
That makes
Sony
sense.
video game.
Yeah.
Oh, the video game.
That thing, Uncharted.
That is correct. Uncharted.
Oh,
is
it's
the other one.
Uncharted.
Uncharted is the first official product of PlayStation Productions, and then they released Last of Us, and then now it's gonna be this is the next one, I think.
Okay.
Well, they've had a good track
Actually,
record
no.
so far.
Twisted Metal TV show is coming out first, and then this one.
No idea what that
Gran
is.
Turismo.
Twisted Metal. You not know that game? It's the one with the clown.
Anthony Mackie's gonna be in it.
It's the game with the clown with the fire head thing riding an ice cream van. No.
Nope, I've
No?
never seen this. No, I've never seen this.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
no. Yeah, no. I've never
Really?
seen
It's
it. Yeah.
I've never played it, but I know it's really famous back in the 2000s era of gaming. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like it would be, but yeah, no, I've never seen this. Okay, strange.
It's Carmageddon, basically.
Dead metal.
But yeah. All right. Any other thoughts on this? And wait, actually, Teguh, Ariq, are there any notable cars from the trailer?
But actually,
Yeah,
these are not like real like cars on the road. These are like racing variants.
Well,
That's
the
what I
GTR
meant by it's not the same car
R35.
with Ferrari. I mean, it's not
Yeah,
cars
yeah.
for
Well,
the
the
roads.
GTR R35 is, but then other than they had Le Mans car, and I'm pretty sure it was the Nissan Le Mans car. Well, yeah, because it's team.
The flat looking cars, basically the Le Mans ones. Yeah, I don't.
Those
I
are those are the
name
top.
them.
Those are the top tier Le Mans car. The GTR would be like the GT3, I think.
Yeah, I only know some of the Nissan looking ones. That's it.
I'm pretty sure they were all Nissan just because Team Nissan. But yeah, no, I don't have much else. Like it's just yeah,
All right.
like pretty standard
Can
cars.
can we answer Katie Lynch's question in the chat?
Yeah, I was gonna go to there before we
Lynch had a
move on
question.
to the next thing. Let's answer this one. Katie Lynch asks, if you can be a pro in real life based on a game you play, what would it be?
I don't know. I suck.
Albert is gonna be a
I
professional.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'll start. I cannot qualify in any of these. You guys know the 3 games that I play consistently: Pokemon, which is not
Pokemon.
real, or I'm gonna catch animals. I cannot catch
No,
animals.
no, you can do underground cockfighting.
I cannot be professional in there either.
What?
NBA 2K, and there is
It's just
nothing.
BS.
There is nothing
Yeah,
from
it's just
NBA 2K that
BS.
translates to real life in terms of basketball. So no. And Minecraft. What the fuck? I'm gonna start mining.
Here's the thing with Albert
I don't
and
qualify for any
Professional
of these.
miner.
I'm not gonna
Professional
qualify.
mine.
I cannot qualify in any of
What
these.
did you say, Teguh?
No, here's the thing.
Miner with an
Like-
E, not an O.
Oh my god.
With NBA 2K,
Yeah.
when Albert plays, he doesn't even play it. He watched simulations of how
There
the
you go, you
season
I
become a
goes.
play it
basketball-
sometimes.
You become a
Sometime.
basketball manager, Albert. You don't have to be a
No, no, no.
What? Yes, yes, yes,
He's
no,
a
no.
professional.
If
he's
I'm
a
being a
professional
GM.
basketball spectator.
Being a general manager makes sense because I know the
Yeah,
ins
right,
and outs
yeah.
of the contract and what works. That way, that one makes sense. Yes, I can
And-
do that in terms of the
And
GM.
to be fair though, like yeah, NBA is more centered around you controlling your team rather than just. Well, I guess if you play the campaign, you control one player. But you know,
Yeah, I play. I mean, outside Monster Hunter, I'm not gonna be a Monster Hunter in real life.
what is that? Hunting professional, animal poacher professional.
Yeah, so I guess I'll be the same as Albert, but I play my career in NBA 2K, so I guess I'll be playing the player. Yeah, I guess that's that. I'll be Kelvin Watanabe.
Alright.
That's my
Oh,
in-game
my.
name. All right, he's Japanese for some reason. All right, how about you guys? Teguh and Ariq.
Confusing. A lot of my games are not like sports related.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
you guys.
I mean, you played Forza.
I
That's
Forza
the
is
only
like
one I can think
a
of.
bit similar, yeah, to this case.
And Teguh
Well,
plays
yeah,
City
you know what?
Skylines,
Yeah,
right?
I like cars. I like driving. Maybe a racer. Maybe.
How about planning a city, Teguh?
That's not. That's my question, right? When we're saying pro, does it have to be a sport? Because if not,
have
I'd love
to.
to be
No,
a
no,
city
no.
planner.
Pro
Y'all
as in
would hate.
professional.
Y'all would hate the cities I plan because everything is just one-way streets.
And also there's that one shady alley.
with that one light. Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh
That
man.
was so shady.
Mr. Bluebolt, what is this answer to this question? Lego
Lego
Marvel?
Marvel.
What are you gonna be?
He's just gonna be like,
Hey, professional builder.
Professional builder.
professional
That's like
builder,
that's
there you
more
go.
Minecraft than Lego Marvel. You don't build stuff on Lego Marvel. It's an adventure story.
I mean, if you hold B when playing it, you're building something. Well, to interact with it, yeah. Rocket League, Naruto the Man answered Rocket League. That is quite a fun game for a while when I played it.
How
That
is you
sounds
gonna
pretty
turn pro in Rocket League?
Hey,
There,
Hey, Top Gear made that a sport.
yeah, yeah.
Before Rocket League was
Without the,
I
an
mean-
without the
actual
rocket,
thing, yeah.
without the actual
You don't
rocket.
have the rockets, but do you need the rockets?
Yeah, you know. Yeah, all right. Very fun question there. So Albert will be a GM, NBA GM. I'll be a Japanese man playing in the NBA.
What?
I'll legally change my name to Watanabe. Yeah. Teguh, just to be different from Arik, he'll be a city planner.
It'll be a steep ladder.
Yeah.
I'll just be Teguh's rival in like racing. That's fine. Yes.
Alright,
Can I be
yeah.
a pilot and get like PTSD from hearing missile alert?
Oh. That's Revolution. What is
That's
this? Like,
Revelation.
Wait, actually,
Oh wait,
Teguh,
I played Beat
Beat
Saber.
Saber. Teguh will be a professional dancer, but only the top half of his body.
Only my arms.
Only his arms.
Only my
I don't
arms.
even know. So somebody throwing blocks at him and he has to cut stuff.
Does this make
That's
me
it.
qualified to be like?
That's just fruit ninja.
Yeah, can I be
Yeah,
Fruit Ninja on
basically.
my off time? You know, off season, I'm just Fruit Ninja.
What do you mean?
I will be a professional fruit salad maker.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine like if there is a can you imagine if there is a movie where it's Indiana Jones style but inspired by Gran Turismo and Temple Run? So it's like a guy who's really good at temple run, and then they're like, "Oh, we need you to steal something from an ancient Mayan temple." Like, oh shoot,
Oh
the whole
you're the
god,
best
I
temple
can
run
already
character.
imagine that being like a 2.5 out of 5.
Uh, that is something an AI would write, or an AI script would write.
we should use the ChatGPT thing, make our temple run script. All right. Yeah. Quick fun question there from Katie Lynch. All right. Now let's get back to the news. That's the last one before we go to the spoiler review. All right. This one regarding about the strike thing. Yeah, the writer strikes back in
Writer strikes back.
get it
What
because
is the
it's
Star
the
Wars The Writer's Strike Back?
yeah it's May, this week was May the 4th. All right. So I gotta
Fine,
make some Star Wars reference somehow in this episode. You know. Yeah. Yeah. So Albert, fill us in. What happens in this strike?
Yeah, so the writer strike has officially begun. It started like early this week. The Writers Guild of America and the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, the AMPTP, they failed to reach a deal on a minimum bargaining agreement by the deadline of May 1, leading to this is the first strike since 2008, which I mentioned earlier in the show, which affected films such as Revenge of the Fallen, the TV show Heroes, Quantum of Solace, because those films and TV show decided that they still want to pursue production despite not having writers. Uh, but yeah, so writer strike is happening. Writers are hitting the picket lines beginning Tuesday in Hollywood. And yes, so they're on strike. They are not working and everything. And this is a big part is because that they fail to reach an agreement. One of which is about the residuals, which comes from streaming. There is a big drop off of because previously it was like from TV shows on cable and from movies, but with the addition of streaming now, for movies and TV show, there is a big discrepancy in the residuals and the percentage that the writers are getting in comparison to what goes to the studio heads. So that is a big part of the discrepancy that happens. Another big part of it is also because the studio heads, they sort of want to pursue the idea that it's okay for AI to write scripts, and and the writers, they don't want that. Basically, the writers, in one of the agreements, I have a document open here. They want to regulate the use of AI on projects, and AI shouldn't be a source material, and AI shouldn't be used to like refine scripts. But the studio heads is like, no, we reject your proposal. We will have annual meetings to discuss the advances on the technology and everything like that. So there is a lot of discrepancy that if you go look up like articles from IndieWire or Deadline, Hollywood, or even other YouTube videos, they can break it down in more detail better than I can because it is a lot of details. But in short, that is like the big thing that's happening right now. And yeah, we just want to like talk about it a little bit, share our thoughts, what we think of this writer strike. But so yeah,
It's
thoughts.
dumb that they I don't know the whole AI thing. It's I don't think anyone would want to. How well can an AI write a story? That's the thing, you
Right.
know.
I mean, like, sure, it has
It's
machine
not.
learning and all of
It's not
that,
great.
but like, then it's just like copy and pasting everything endlessly, right?
It is
So,
Yeah,
technically,
right.
yeah.
That's the thing. There'll
Because
be no
AI
new
learns,
ideas.
yeah, AI learns the data from previous like entries and all that.
yeah,
That's
so
where they
like,
get the
it's
data.
nothing's gonna be new. That's my biggest problem with the whole AI
It's
idea.
just mathematically plagiarizing people if you're using AI.
You're not wrong.
Yeah,
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
I don't know.
That makes
I'm
sense
not
Yeah.
why
I'm
they
not
would
too
be.
big on that idea. I
I
mean,
don't think anyone is.
AI, I think is fine in the sense of like maybe using it for like, okay, what's the latest trends? What kind of story do people dig? And then like it comes up with a theme,
Mm,
but then
Mhm.
like the rest of it is written by human writers is what I think should be done.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not like not everything AI, Chat GPT, you know.
Hmm
Yeah, I can agree. Like AI can choose the topic, I guess, but there needs to be like because movies, all this stuff. This is like what you say. You need human element in this, right?
Fact.
Yeah.
ChatGPT doesn't understand emotions, kind of thing.
They don't have
So
Yeah.
childhood. They don't have childhood trauma. Um,
yeah, they don't have childhood trauma. They don't
They
have
should have childhood trauma. Or maybe
yeah.
their programmer was like, "You are useless. You will never work. This data sucks." It's-
You gotta bully the chat GPT first to get an emotional script.
I've tried. I've
But
tried
yeah,
doing that before.
so yeah, basically,
Bro.
yeah, like this is a creative field, I guess. This creative
Yeah.
field is like one of those where I don't think AI can take over because yeah, you just need the human elements in this kind of field. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like Teguh said, it's just going to be same ideas being like recycled every time. Even yeah, even worse, I guess. And as of now, I guess the AI script that exists, it's not good. Yeah, yeah, it's still in development, I guess, to make it better. Yeah. How about you, Rick? You made the movie, right? I think
Mhm,
in
mhm.
yeah. What's your thoughts on this? What if you were replaced by an AI?
Good. Less work for me. Ah. Right. No, sorry. I was like, it's not my job yet, so I didn't get paid for it anyways. Um. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, it just doesn't sound fair if you could just like 'cause I think script writing takes a lot of process involved. Like, you
Take
Yeah.
have to do
skills
this,
too,
you have to do it. Yeah, and
definitely.
skills. Yeah, obviously. Like I'm pretty sure the first script will never be accepted anyway. They might have to rewrite this and that. But like, yeah, having an AI just replace all that is it's just a bit unfair. And of course, like as you've mentioned, as we've all mentioned, it's like it's not going to be perfect. It'll be missing something, missing that touch as
Yeah.
well. And also, yeah, again, plagiarizing. Again, there's no fresh ideas. It's all AI can do is take information it knows and then interpret it differently or something. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. So somebody wants to make a film. Turns out it was just a plot of Guardians of the Galaxy 3, but with I don't know, what's something weird? I'm trying to think of I don't know. Oh, I don't know what's something weird. I don't know with sausages, like
I'm trying
living
to do
sausages.
try to do that on
So it's
ChatGPT right
like
now.
yeah. I was thinking of Sausage Party combined with Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay.
Uh,
All right. Yeah. How
but
about you,
yeah,
Bertie? Thoughts on
I
this?
mean, the AI thing is stupid. I think that shouldn't be a thing. Again, like it comes from human experience. Or not AI. It's very like it's not gonna be great. Literally try imagining right now what is like one of the best written shows or movies that you like. Okay, House of the Dragon. Imagine that being written by AI. It's disgusting to even
Mm.
think about. But yeah, I think the
Imagine Last
biggest
of
thing.
Us.
Oh God, I couldn't.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so bad. But yeah, the fact that I think outside of that, it's the pay the pay that they're getting is like really minimal. I think a big thing, if I'm not mistaken, from what I've read, from what I've watched, is that the writers sort of want more of a the writers sort of want like a longer term contract with the studios so that it feels more guaranteed position, and the studios really just want it to be a freelance position, and they don't want to have the idea of having like a longer term role. And also the streaming residuals, I don't know it's available, but I have like the WGA proposal charts. I have the actual proposal that got rejected by the studio heads, and it's like the initial proposal for streaming for foreign streaming residuals, if there is over 75 million, the initial proposal is that they get like like a good chunk of the residuals, and they reduced it completely to almost to less than like 60%, which is like really really low compared to the original one. But basically, if you look up like the WGA proposal charts, you can see the whole amount that they are like cutting off the writers in terms of the proposals. The residuals really low. The agreement with the AI and everything like that. The agreement to have a writers' room, they completely reject that. That they have credit, story credit, and everything like that is like rejected. So it's like it's rough. And yeah, it's affecting, like right now it's affecting a lot of stuff, like the late night shows, Jimmy Fallon, everyone else, all the other late night shows, they are all on break because they need they rely on writers for the jokes, for daily jokes, and now they're on pause, and they're supporting the writers until they can the writers strike end. Many studios is on hold. House of the Dragon is stopping production entirely because they need writers on set. They're stopping production entirely. Blade is stopping production entirely. The Ring of Power is not stopping production. They are decided that they want to push through with this, so they're gonna have production while the
Great.
writers are on strike. So
Well,
that's
that explains
Great.
their shoddy writing.
that's gonna be concerning. But yeah, the last strike in 2007 lasted 100 days. I don't know how long this one is gonna last, until whenever.
This one seems more hostile, I feel like, especially with the, I don't know if it's a, I wouldn't say it's a threat, but like with them saying like, oh yeah, we can replace you with AI kind of thing. This one
Yeah.
seems a bit more hostile. Yeah.
Wait, actually, what was the original cause? Oh, not the original. I mean, like 2007 cause of it. It wasn't
Let
AI,
me.
obviously.
No,
But
it wasn't AI. Let me see.
yeah, obviously. Yeah.
It's I'm looking at an article from IndieWire. Compared to 2007, what difference? Blah 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 blah. Well, last time around, streaming wasn't a big thing, so that wasn't the issue. Like streaming is like the
Oh,
big discussion
okay.
of this point because of the residuals and
Mhm.
everything like that. But last time it was. What was the reasoning for the last time? It was definitely regarding to pay as well. I'm trying to read the article here.
Okay.
But yeah,
guess
it was
pay
it was
was
it yeah, it was definitely a big part was the pay. Um, but seriously, it's not that difficult. Studios are making so much money. Just pay the writers. Like,
yeah.
I don't understand.
I mean, they just want more money, I guess, you know.
The
So
greed.
it's so greedy,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. It's not gonna. The writers definitely have to, you know, they definitely have to like stick this one out because yeah, they should get paid. They are important to all of this. Without them, we wouldn't have like a lot. We wouldn't have great movies and series, basically. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know how a bad script can ruin a movie, right? You know, we've seen it
Mhm.
happen many times. So yeah.
Literally, just the example that I mentioned, Revenge of the Fallen, that script was
Mm,
awful. Quantum of
Yeah.
Solace. Quantum of Solace is one of the worst Bond movie. The script makes no sense because Daniel Craig was forced to rewrite the script on the spot because they have no writers and the studio is pushing it to get released. It's awful. It's an awful experience. No one involved wants it. Like the actors are supporting the writers because again, they don't want to be involved with a bad script, right? So it makes sense,
yeah,
right?
nobody does.
Everyone is involved. Like everyone is supporting this. Just the studio hits are the one that's not budging. So
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know how long this is gonna take. I don't know how long the strike is gonna last. But if it lasts for a while, productions might be halted entirely for a lot of films and TV shows. Some might try to push through. Like again, Rings of Power seems like it's gonna push through. So yeah, I don't know anything.
You know, Katie Lynch make a great point as well here in the comments. Like, it's not just about the quality; it's about the jobs. If AI starts writing script, then what happens to all the writers who rely on those jobs? You know, like considering like maybe reporters and stuff as well. Can would this be like a snowball effect kind of thing if this somehow goes
No,
through?
it's happening for sure
I
because
mean, it's already
like
happening for like some more
the
people, right? Yeah.
easiest point of like
consideration really is like I think like the main reason I think the studio heads are really pushing for it is because if they have AI, right, they just have to like maybe pay a license like a monthly like usage fee unless they develop their own in-house AI, which I don't think they're gonna do. But like and then that's it, right? They don't have to do benefits, they don't have to care about like all of these what's it called again? The
Yeah. Like
the
um
returns,
residuals.
Yeah,
your
residuals.
residuals,
Yeah.
yeah, like and like you pay one AI, you get you can probably use it for like 10 different jobs. From like a management standpoint, it makes sense, but then again, that's why I don't know. It just depends on how much can their AI replace, and I still don't think it's everything. But yeah, we'll see.
Again, there's also still the issue of quality with it, though.
Yeah,
'Cause-
again, like I don't think it can replace everything. Like if they try to
Mhm.
replace everything, I think that's a stupid move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You
Yeah.
never know. Some execs do make
Yeah,
stupid
some
decisions.
some some things that I want to bring up as well that I haven't. The decline is like 23% in the pay ever since the streaming era comes around.
23.
Uh,
That is
uh,
really high.
and then like striders are because they're paid on wage. They're if like for TV shows especially, they are paid on like per episode basis. And from TV shows on cable who average from like a 20 episodes series now to streaming, which is only 8 to 12 episodes, that is like a big drop off,
Mhm.
especially since it's all in stream and everything is almost on streaming now. Like, I mean, there's still cable stuff, but streaming is like, I feel like it's going to be the way forward. So they do need to change stuff up, and like, it makes sense that they change stuff up with the agreement. But yeah, rough. So yeah, they're
Yeah.
they're on strike, still on Hollywood right now. If anyone is in Hollywood, in the Hollywood area, support the writers. I know there's like lots of funds of like to get them like food and water so they can stay on the strike. Yeah, go help out if you are inclined. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I guess that's that with that news. I guess now let's go into the final part of this episode, which is the spoiler discussion for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Yeah. All right. So again, this is your spoiler warning for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. If you haven't watched it, go to the theaters, watch it now. It's a good movie, and come
Watch
back
it now.
yeah, and come back to this review, the spoiler review for it, which I believe Albert is going to cut it and make upload to a separate video.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so that's your spoiler warning. So now let's get into the spoiler fast. It's the weirdest transition, yes, Mr. Bubble, but it is what it is. Okay, so yeah, spoiler time. Okay, who wants to start? I guess. Albert, you can start.
Whose
Why not?
movie was this? Isn't it yours, Kel?
Kelvin.
Oh, it's me. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Shoot, it's my movie, right? Forgot about that.
Yeah, Kelvin, come on.
I've already given up on my draft.
Why have you given up on your draft? Your draft
Well, what
is
happened
doing
this time?
solid.
I heard.
Well,
I heard
looking
Renfield
better
and
than
Boys Afraid
mine.
is bad. That's why I was like,
Boys
okay,
Afraid is mixed, not at a cabin. It's mostly positive, kind of mixed. Shazam Fear of the God is mixed.
I mean, I already have
Renfield is
65 and
bad.
Ant-Man to worry about.
Oh yeah, you're better than Teguh. Yeah.
All right.
God,
only-
those two.
I only
My
have
number
2 films
2
out.
and my number 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I guess anyway with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. This movie is great. Like Teguh said just now, good mix of like everything, like action, comedy, and also all the emotions. We get to feel it all. God damn. I love all the. I just want to talk about the ending real quick. I guess I love it when Drax, you know, he got the ending where we're like, yeah, he becomes a dad again, to all the kids that he saved, which is like, oh, it's so touching. kind of thing. Yeah, especially since his whole backstory is like his family died or
Lost my
something, right?
family. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really sad. And then ah, Crockett finally becoming the captain of the Guardians of the Galaxy. But like, yeah, no, that's like nice, well deserved kind of thing. Yeah. And pretty much everyone got a really good ending as well. Cause and then yeah, Peter Quill finally going back to Earth, meeting his grandpa, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
But I'm kind of curious though, since they say that Star-Lord will return. But yeah, we'll talk about that later on a bit, I guess. Yeah. A high evolutionary in this whole movie. God damn, he's great. He is like menacing. Like he's so obsessed on getting a rocket. It's kind of scary. Kind of, yeah. I like the ending though where they did the whole Scooby Doo thing. They take off the mask, and it's like, oh, it's just him but uglier.
Because
Yeah. Oh, one thing that I don't know. I thought Adam Warlock. I think that's his name, right? I thought he's gonna be more significant, but I guess not. Yeah. He's just kind of there for the comedy of it, and I guess he saved Quill right at the end. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Pretty much that. I guess the opening was great. He goes from like, oh yay, not yay actually. Quill was sad, so they're going from like sad. They're trying to help Quill out, and then out of nowhere, just change tone completely. Adam Warlock just like comes in, attacks, beats the crap out of everyone, and then put Rocket in life supports, and from then on it's like they're like racing against time kind of thing, which is great for like it makes the whole thing very tense kind of thing. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I'll just say that right now, and you guys can say your thoughts first. Yeah, Albert.
I'll take from what you said last. The fact that they put the stakes on Rocket at the very beginning was really smart, and it's
Mhm.
James Gunn mentioned this in an interview. He mentioned like people are going to be more invested and worried about saving a raccoon and saving animals instead of saving a whole galaxy, and that is actually like pretty fucking smart.
That is true.
This whole movie is about each other. This whole movie is about saving each other and discovering themselves, and in the process they also happen to save a lot of people. But it's really an internal story. It's an internal conflict, just saving each other, and I absolutely love that for it. Yeah, this film's great. It hits on emotional level, especially with the backstory of Rocket. It's very vile what the High Evolutionary did. And yeah, Chick Wood. God damn it, I'm gonna get his name right. I am not gonna butcher it. The High
Chuck?
Evolutionary, played by Chuck Woody Iwuji. I think he played a good job in this one. He does scream a lot, and at times I'm like, you don't have to scream all the time, but he
But that's
does
his
scream.
character, Albert.
I have
Let
never
it
seen
go.
a scientist that scream as much as he did. So
Well, it's
Never
like the
struggled
Gordon
like one.
Ramsay. It's like the Gordon Ramsay of scientists.
Gordon Ramsay of scientist. Fair.
Yeah.
But I think he did a good job. The performance is great all around. I mentioned in the beginning, Chris Pratt is fantastic. Karen Gillan's fantastic as Nebula.
Everyone is.
Nebula's arc has been better and better and better ever since Infinity War. I think Karen Gillan has been better in every film she's been in, and her arc has been better. And I absolutely love her in this film. It feels truly like in Guardians 2. She feels out of place a little bit. In Infinity War, she still feels out of place a little bit. In Endgame, she starts to belong. In the holiday special, she belong. In this one, I automatically feels like it's almost as if she's there all along as part of the Guardians, and it fits so well. And like there are so many characters in this film, and it works really, really well. And lots of great performances. Adam Warlock, yeah, he feels sidelined a bit. I don't have an issue with it. ever since I found out that the High Evolutionary is going to be the villain in this movie, I was like, okay, I he's going to be the villain. He's going to be the center of it. I don't see Warlock having a big role in it, and he was sort of just as much as I expect him to be in this film. And I think Will Poulter is good in this role. It's more comedic than I expected to be. I guess it makes sense because Will Poulter is a comedic actor, even though he's done like in Midsommar, he's done drama and everything. He's done some dramatic roles, but yeah, I think he's good in it. But yeah, I'll stop at it. I want to hear what the others think. But yeah, overall, it's like the arc. I think the arc works really, really well in this whole film. Everyone comes full circle, and I think it's again because you don't have to rely like Quantum Mania, setting up for Kang, Captain America: Civil War, setting up for the divide of the Avengers and everything like that. Spider-Verse setting up for multiverses. It's just this is their own thing, and I think it benefits from that so well.
Yeah. Well, Adam Warlock in this movie is still mentally he's still a kid. Right? I think that's what they mentioned.
Yeah, they got him out of the cocoon earlier than expected.
All right. I was just making sure. All right. Yeah. Anyway, thoughts on this?
All right. Yeah. Now that Albert has mentioned everything, yeah, like, oh, damn, I agree with so much everything. Like, yeah, when you mentioned like they're not setting up for anything, I think that's the reason why I genuinely like this movie a lot. Is like you don't have to really worry about like what's coming next or this and that.
Right?
Yeah, the future setup. It's just its own thing. And yeah, and I like the fact that it's them just like desperately trying to save Rocket. I like every portrayal of his backstory, how tragic it was him with the other with his friends. I forgot what the name was apart from Thieves and Floor. What's the
Floor,
Lila,
and
yeah.
Thief.
Lila.
Yeah.
It's Thieves. You have to pronounce it with the
Thieves.
yeah,
It's not.
Thieves.
It's not teeth. It's thief.
Thieves.
F.
Thieves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lila,
yeah,
by the
that-
way,
that-
voiced by Linda Cardellini, who you might know as Clint Barton's wife in the MCU. So
Oh, she also
alright.
plays an author. Very cool. That is an
cool,
author,
cool.
right?
yeah.
That is an author, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all of that part was like genuinely what is it? Like it was heart wrenching seeing that, like the whole scene, when he tried to escape and all that. So yeah, so I like so the flashbacks of his story is genuinely like one of my favorite parts because it's like just the most
Agree.
story centric, the most heart wrenching of all the like of everything in the films. I at first I was like, yeah, Adam Warlock didn't seem to appear much or do anything of any significance, but then again, he literally has the mentality of he was born yesterday, which kind of is. He was literally released from a cocoon, so
He did the most important thing in the movie, though, putting Rocket in life support.
oh yeah, he did. That's true. That was kind of literally the whole point. Oh, and I should mention this actually. Yeah, I did not watch the Christmas special, but I did know Mantis was not Chris Pratt, sorry, Star Lord's
Quill's.
sister,
Yeah.
Quill's sister, yeah. Because I saw the ending of
Yeah.
that spoiled by YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. So so
I
anyway,
think
yeah, so
I
knew
think
that.
the holiday special was important in setting that up, the sister relationship, and setting
Actually,
up
come
that
to think of
nowhere
it, yeah,
is the base.
how did they?
of-
Yeah, I didn't know that. No, wait, why is nowhere their base now? I thought that was the
they
collectors.
mentioned it
Yeah,
in the Christmas special, yeah, because
Yeah, I
nowhere is
would-
empty
yeah, I would
ever since the
assume, yeah.
collector's gone, and I believe like a lot of people there are survivors of the Zendar attack. I think because the broker is there from the first movie. The
Yeah, yeah,
broker
yeah, I
is
saw-
the broker is
Yeah,
there from the
yeah,
first
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
So yeah,
And I know Xandar was destroyed by Thanos, as he mentioned in Infinity War.
Mhm.
So like, yeah.
I see.
Yeah, and also was it the High Evolutionary? I will not try to pronounce the actor's name because I know I can't.
Chukwudi
Yeah, I think
Iwuji.
he's genuine. I like how menacing he was and kind of crazy. And of course, he had the coldest line I've heard. There is no God. That's why I took. That's why I stepped
That's why I
up.
stepped
Like,
in. Yeah.
That's why I
ooh,
stepped
that's
in.
why I
Oh.
stepped in. Oh, cold.
After I watched that, I told my friend like, "That's such a cold line.
That is
such a
cold.
good line. Yeah, there's
How
no
is that-
God. That's when I stepped in. God damn, that's so good.
God damn. How can you say there's global warming when this band cold as hell? that was the coldest line I've ever heard.
That's
That
the
is
best
cold.
line ever in the movie.
That is cold. That is so much better than Kang saying, "I don't walk in a straight line." Oh, he's LGBT.
Did he say that?
he said that. He said
He said
that.
something like that. He said something like that.
Yeah, he said like I
Alright.
don't walk in a straight
I
line.
don't live in a straight line or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
live in a straight line. Yeah, that is not. Yeah, that is so much better than that.
Kangdu be the Drift King.
So yeah, this film is just genuinely really like the story, which is kind of a big deal in a way because nowadays I just watch Marvel because oh look, it's a Marvel, it's probably fun, but I never really
Yeah.
cared much for the story. But now this time I do.
I mean, honestly, after Endgame, so far we've
Yeah,
only been to MCU movies just like okay, it's MCU, it's gonna be fun kind of thing.
yeah, it's MCU. It's just a fun film, right? Yeah, but
The
this
yeah,
genuinely, yeah, the story,
the only exception is probably No Way Home.
and yeah, No Way Home. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why.
yeah, that's it
That's why I
kind
said
of
I
thing.
think yeah
And
I didn't in the beginning I said like I haven't felt emotion this strong for a Marvel film since No Way Home. So
And I think a
Yeah.
big part of it is the consequences, which like No Way Home did that because there are consequences in the film, and it was a big part, and
Mm-hmm.
we got emotionally invested in it. And it's very interesting that in this film, a lot of I'm pretty sure all of us was expecting someone to die, someone significant to die,
I did
Yeah,
and there
yeah,
100%.
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
any significant death unless like Aisha maybe, if you count that as a big character, but there wasn't any significant death. And yet we were like emotionally invested the whole time because we were afraid for any of these characters, which is again a testament to James Gunn because there are C-list characters that none of us know in the beginning of the MCU who they are, and now we totally
Yep.
care about them. And the fact that there are consequences in place because we don't want to lose Rocket, and like Drax was almost dead in almost every other scene that he's in. Um,
Yeah.
I legit thought one of them was gonna die early on when Adam Warlock attacked them. I mean, outside of Rocket, obviously, because he was dying, but like I thought someone else was gonna die right away. I was like, oh god, this is gonna be we're in for this. But like the fact that no one dies, and it didn't take away from the movie because again, it gives them a very nice, wholesome, happy ending where they all realize their role in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Like Calvin said, like Peter decided to go back. Mantis sort of want her to do her own thing because she never had her own thing, and now she realized that. And like Drax being a dad, that was really sweet. Like Gamora feels the most out of place because like her arc was because the Infinity War sort of take her arc and just throw it away in a way for the stick with the Infinity War arc, and it feels like James Gunn was struggling a little bit with what to do with Gamora in this film. But I feel like he did a really good job in filling that in, and sort of like Gamora is now um he don't know where she is, so she feels like a misfits, and the Ravengers are a group of misfits, so she was part of that. So it sort of makes sense there. And like again, everyone have their really good arc in the end, and
Mhm.
it's better than just killing off the characters in my opinion.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I
Uh,
was prepared. I was mentally prepared several points in the movie to just see that character die. Like,
Yeah.
but then
Yeah.
they didn't, and I was like happy and disappointed because I had mentally prepared myself.
Mental fortitude.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's your spoiler thoughts so far, Teguh, on this movie? That I don't know if we
Well,
haven't
nothing
say.
much to add. I just want to talk more about specific scenes. Like I think earlier in non-spoiler, I think I said I had mixed feelings about the song. The only reason I had mixed feelings about the song that Rocket said when he's like, "This one has a special place in my heart." Like
Which
I
song is it?
really,
It's not
What?
hooked on a feeling.
no,
It's one
no,
of the first films, right?
Since you've been
come
gone.
and get your love.
Yeah,
Come
yeah,
and get
that
your
one.
love. Oh, okay.
Come and get
Whatever.
your yeah. It's from the first film. Yeah.
Yeah,
One
yeah,
of the
it's
best
the
needle drops
very
in the movie.
first movie, right? Yeah, that's the thing, right? The reason why I like it is because they're throwing back to the very first movie, the very first song that we hear as soon as it plays, right?
Full circle, baby.
My only complaint about it was
Because Rocket
like,
wasn't there.
yeah, that's not the song that was playing
Well,
when they met Rocket.
they probably Chris Pratt Sarah probably play it over and over.
That's
That's what
exactly
I.
what Kelvin said.
Yeah, that's what I said, Teguh.
And like, I'm like, I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't know,
Yeah,
I don't know. Like,
people
it's
go
just,
just.
I don't hate it, but I do have
Here's my
mixed
thoughts on
feelings.
it to go on that. It's like basically that's the first playlist we've ever heard, right? From that's Peter Cole's first like volume mix, right?
Yeah,
I guess
So
it'll be on
that
top of
is
his
basically
playlist.
the
Yeah.
the volume mix that solidified the theme in the first place, and I'm pretty sure that song did play over
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
several
I'm
I,
just
times.
I
gonna
don't.
go with the idea that it's a song and Rocket Raccoon just like that one, just so happened to like that one.
Oh yeah. I mean that's what
Yeah,
that's what I'm getting at, Cal. It's they
Fine,
repeat
yeah,
that
man.
song and it just so happens he likes that
Where'd my
in
shirt
the
go?
mix.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it detracts anything. I think it's pretty.
No, I don't
damn
think it
immersive.
detracts
No, no.
anything. I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about it. I like it, but like at the same time, my brain's like, but, you know, it's just
Well,
that.
we
But
can
I
like
Your
the
like
brain,
it.
same
your brain is
song
just
when
like
we.
skill
Well,
issue,
we
but
can like the same song when
Mm.
we don't hear it at the same time, you know.
That if with your logic, where it's the first time they suit up, it would have been Cherry Bomb, and I don't think it hits as strong.
It's not
Because
gonna
that's
hit
that's
hard.
the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
time in the movie
that's
where
the
Cherry
thing,
Bomb.
right? That's the thing. I was trying to think of what song then, and I was like,
Also, top. I mean,
Yeah.
the soundtrack is great. Again, the no sleep till Brooklyn, the action sequence where they all fight in the hallway.
Yeah, that
Oh
was
my
good. So
god,
good.
that is
oh
so cool.
yeah,
Everyone get their
oh, yeah,
own
that's
moments in the fight.
Mm-hmm.
They all jump from one character to another. That whole sequence is incredible. I wanna go to the cinema just to see that scene again. That scene is so good. And like there are so many other great songs like Since You've Been Gone, the Radiohead song Creep in the beginning. So yeah, great music choices. But yeah, again, I wish Tyler Bates returned to compose this because they played the Guardians theme, I think, once in this film. I think they play it only once. I'm trying to remember. It's a sequence where there was a spaceship. I don't remember which part, but I was like, oh yeah, they played the Guardians theme. Nice. I hope this plays again. They never did. Because the composer is John Murphy, I believe, and he worked on the Suicide Squad with James Gunn. And yeah, they didn't bring back Tyler Bates. So yeah, I wish they bring back because can you imagine just the Guardians theme song dun, 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 like somewhere in this film? It would have been so cool.
When
Yeah.
when nowhere appears. Dun, dun,
dude.
dun, dun.
Oh, I love
Oh
that.
man.
Okay, so I was also talking about this with Kelvin, but like one of my main complaints was there wasn't really any like
Space.
not enough big like space fights, which is what I'm a sucker for those, you know that. But like but that being said, the scene when nowhere appeared was like when no portal opened, I was expecting the Ravagers to appear, and then you see the
I
head. I'm
did
like,
too.
Same.
Yeah.
I think
right?
everyone did. Yeah,
I think everyone
everyone
expected
expect
Ravagers, right?
Ravagers.
And then the fucking head appears. I'm like, whoa! And then it's like ready cannon one, and then its eyes just
Ready Cannon
fucking blow.
2.
I'm like, oh! Dude,
Yeah, the barrel just keep
I
getting
was
longer and longer. I'm like,
overjoyed.
yeah, that's
And
so
Barrel
good.
was getting longer.
and like
Yeah,
I love how like they didn't like try to like turn it back and try to make like the whatchamacallit, the high evolutionary ship like very powerful, and like that rocket did like that cannon shot didn't do anything for like the comedic relief, but it actually had power, and like the sound effect had oomph to it. I was like, oh, I was a happy boy.
And I
sound
love
effect is so
that.
good.
I love that because the whole idea of the high evolutionary is that he's obsessed with Rocket because of his brain, because he believes he's the smartest being on Earth, and yet Rocket is able to outsmart him. And Rocket did that in so many times, including I'm pretty sure he creates he gives the arm for Nebula. Nebula mentioned in the film,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Nebula's arm is so
Yeah.
useful throughout the whole film, so many times, including doing the control board for the ship and everything. And I'm pretty sure Rocket makes the weapon for Nowhere with that cannon, and it was able to destroy the High Evolutionary.
Oh, I never
And then
thought of it that way. Yeah.
and that he was testing out the gravity boots in the beginning, and it
works
came
at the
back
end.
because it can
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
counter the
yeah,
High
he was
Evolutionary's
testing that.
power. And oh my god, I love that so much. So yeah, it's so great. Rocket
Yeah.
is always dude, Rocket. This film is it's crazy because he was dead half the film, and yet we learned through his flashback, and we learned so much about Rocket. It's
He's
so
still the best character in this.
and like
I feel
rewatching the Guardians 1 and 2, you will understand so much more of where Rocket come from with this
Oh, yeah.
backstory and how harsh his life was. And
I
what
mean,
his
I was
decision
rewatching
and everything.
Guardians 1 and 2, so and then directly next time I'm watching this, yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah,
The way he carries himself, yeah.
yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
that
this-
scene with Groot kill everyone. Now kill everyone. Oh,
Also,
that was
yeah,
really
yeah.
good.
That
They
whole
take the
scene
guns out.
when they're going into that counter Earth thing again, like I said when we saw the trailer, that's like sexy beast.
Yeah, sexy beast. Yeah.
The dating
Oh, that's what it reminded
What do you guys
me
think? What do you guys think of
of.
the creature design of those animals?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sexy
well, what
Beast.
he mentioned.
Sexy
Yeah, Sexy
Beast.
Beast.
What is sexy?
Sexy Beast is a dating show. I don't know if
On Net-
it's
it's on
originated from Net.
Netflix, I
It's
think.
It's
not.
on
It's on
Netflix. It's on
Netflix,
Netflix.
but it's not a Netflix original.
This is not. I
believe.
opened sexy. Okay, is it 2 words?
Sexy Beast, 2 words. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
dating
Okay,
show where they
sexy
use
beast.
prosthetics.
Sexy beast. 1 word is very different.
Yeah. So basically, the dating show they use like prosthetic, like like the
yeah.
animals you see in Counter Earth, and in the dating in the Sexy Beast show, it's really well done. So I see it in Counter Earth, I'm like, they must have hired the same people as the one
The
in Sexy
quality is
Beast.
about the same. Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good. Yeah. So
It's a freaky creature design, man. I feel uncomfortable at times, but
I
it's like
was
it's cool.
uncomfortable.
It fits with the weird wackiness of it.
But
yeah.
but like Floor creeped me out so much that I was just immune to the rest of it.
Floor creep you
Floor
out?
I mean, it's a rabbit with
It's a
like
rabbit
spider
with
legs, and then
spider
with the
legs and it speaks through a
mouth thing.
synthesizer. You're not
Yeah.
creeped out?
It's cute, sad.
Well, it was creepy when it appeared from the darkness, but then
I
after
mean,
I
yeah,
saw it,
eventually,
it was
eventually,
like, okay, it's
right?
not-
Yeah,
it's-
but like, oh my god, when I first saw Floor, I was like, holy
It's
shit.
yeah. I mean, it's creepy because it's animal abuse and all the whole thing is like again, yeah, it's very creepy. Like even the war pig or whatever, the one that's the pig
the
That did
Alpha
not
tried to-
creep me out as much as Floor
It's
did.
a freaky design, man, and it's
it's
weird.
freaky.
It's
I
weird.
wouldn't say it's creepy, but it is freaky.
It's
I love
weird
the
that
design.
Judy Greer was the
It's
voice of
wacky.
that, who is again the mom from Ant-Man, and now she's here. So there are lots of reprising roles here. But you know the freakiest one? The freakiest one is when Mantis tries to open the door and there's that creature that comes out like there's something I was scared surprised
Oh,
something
that
behind you.
one.
Oh yeah, that
That
thing.
Whoa,
Ugh.
which scene is
Fun
that?
fun fact: that creature was voiced
Really
by
seen
Pete, but it was voiced by Pete Davidson.
I'm,
Pete Davidson,
I'm
what,
trying to
the guy
recall
in-
what scene. I can't remember.
When they're
when they're
releasing all
saving-
the creatures from the ship, like rescuing
Not
them.
creatures, the children really. But then there's like
Yeah,
this
and
Well,
then
the
there's
creepy.
higher, the
Oh,
higher
that
intelligence
kid.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
That was Pete
deformed
Davidson. That's the guy that's gonna be in Transformers.
yes.
one.
The one that's gonna
I
play
didn't
the
know
robot.
that. Okay, that's new.
But yeah,
Yeah.
again, I like that gun. It's like bringing back all the people that he's worked with in the past, like Pete Davidson with the Suicide Squad, obviously Stallone in the Suicide Squad and in Guardians
Mhm.
2. His wife is now in everything that he does. Jennifer Holland is in this.
Melchior or something.
Daniela Melchior, Ratcatcher 2 is
Yeah.
in this as the Uga. What's her
Oh,
name?
that's her?
Uga.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's her.
the-
Uro was Ratcatcher? Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, that was
Not-
Ratcatcher.
yeah, I didn't
As
know
soon
that.
as- as soon
I
as
didn't know that.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, "That is Daniela Melchior, nice." So yeah, and obviously Nathan Fillion is in that.
I have to say, Origo Corp, whatever Nathan Fillion is wearing, that suit is uncomfortable to look at.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Also, I was not very happy about seeing when they like try to break into Orgo Corp and they cut open some flesh and they just pull it out like
Oh yeah,
You did not like the fleshy space station?
No, I did not like the
No.
fleshy space station with
Fleshy
yellow
space
blood.
Station looks really like it makes me uncomfortable, but I like the idea of it.
Here's
Yeah.
valid.
Yeah.
I like the
I
idea, yeah, but then like
they-
it
they
was
use-
cool. I still
they-
think it was cool, but it was also like a bit unnerving. Not gonna lie.
They have like the eye as the camera thing. I'm like, oh.
Imagine
That's
having
kinda-
eyes inside of you, Kelvin.
Yeah,
By the
and
way-
Like you can just like close
Ugh.
your eyes and you can see what your blood vessel looks like.
By the way, I
Really?
want to mention something that was in this whole scene, and sort of it transcends the whole movie. Throughout the whole, ever since Guardians 1, Drax has been the butt of the joke the whole time.
Mhm.
They make fun of him of how stupid it is. Even in this film, it's like he's kind of stupid. He's the nephew
Yeah.
when they're the whole sequence. And at the end of the film, where they was like, yeah, Drax is stupid. It's almost as if like James Gunn is very self-aware of like, oh yeah, we realize that we've made him very, very dumb, but he still have a heart and the whole like the whole thing, sort of the self-awareness of it, of making fun of that, was sort of next level. Because if they just, I think some people have issues of like, okay, Drax is like stupid, and they just keep going with the same thing over and over. But the fact that they addressed it sort of makes it better. like they sort of like, yeah, we realized that, and it brings a whole new meaning to the character in a way, and I love that for it.
Alright. Valid.
Yeah,
But that's why I like the fact that they gave him, something like important in the end, where he's
At
like,
the end,
"You're
right?
dead now."
exactly.
Yeah.
He's a dad.
So
It's so
yeah, I
wholesome.
like that. That
Well,
hits quite hard.
I was thinking about the by important. I thought you meant like he actually knows the language.
I mean, he
Oh yeah,
does know
that.
the language too.
Oh
That
yeah,
is
that too.
important.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too,
yeah.
and then the part where he's
When he
like, "You
becomes a
can grow to
dad.
be a dad."
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I-
So
Yeah,
such
no, like
wholesome
that.
scenes for Drax,
That
honestly.
that whole ending was the one that none of you cried, right? Only
No.
me.
No.
Yeah, that whole ending, the wholesomeness was what got me. Like that whole sequence where they're realizing everything was where it all go. But it all started when um, Star Lord and Gamora was about to say goodbye, and it seems tough. And then when Gamora said, I bet we were fun," and then the camera just shot at
Oh
Star
yeah.
Lord's face, and just Chris Pratt's reaction was so subtle of the smile, and that broke me. I was like, oh my god, that's so I don't know, man. It just broke me, and then the whole it transitions to the idea of like, yeah, I'm gonna go to Earth. And then like, yeah, I know Mantis knowing what she want to do with the characters, and then it's like Nebula saying, I finally realize what you're supposed to be, Drax. You're not the destroyer or father, and that just got me even more, and like the whole thing, and then Rocket's like, oh no, so we're breaking up. What's gonna happen to the Guardians? No more, and yeah, that whole thing just like sort of destroyed me. Which I thought it's so wholesome, it's so sweet, and I absolutely love that for it.
Actually, I want to mention that little bit about Rocket being the leader. I thought, if I'm not mistaken, I think like in the second film at least, Peter and like Rocket always complain about, "I'm the
on fighting.
leader." No, I'm the
Yeah,
leader.
that,
But
Yeah,
then
yeah,
yeah.
right.
was
That's
right.
what I was saying. I'm so
yeah,
happy for Rocket finally being the captain, kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
And Peter was the one who gave him the title, like, "No, you are the captain,"
yeah.
and he's from like fighting, and then they developed to that as wholesome.
That's wholesome. So wholesome. Uh,
Yeah.
what else is there to talk about? Yeah. Anyway, going back to the
I
whole
like Cosmo.
Cosmo
Oh,
is
yeah.
fun.
Cosmo is a
That's
good dog. Cosmo is a good dog.
I
Yeah.
love the
Cosmo
whole
appeared.
bad
Wait,
dog, good dog interaction.
Cosmo
Yeah.
appeared in the Christmas thing, right? Because this is the first
Yes.
time I'm
Yeah,
seeing
yeah.
her, and that's the thing. Also, I'm surprised it's a her. I thought it was always a male dog usually. At least the one in the game, it was a dude. One that the Teguh played.
Yeah.
It was a dude in the game.
Yeah, a dude dog.
Like Maria Bakalova is the voice of Cosmo. That's a very interesting. I like that voice. Yeah.
What else is there to say on this? There are a lot of good moments. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's very interesting. Again, the first one is like, obviously it's a setup. The second one is very comedic, and this one is very dark. And the change in tone is like very interesting, and yet it still works for the whole universe. I like that for it.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Adam Warlock? Like any other thoughts on Adam Warlock? I know we mentioned
Adam
like, yeah, he's
Warlock
kind of
comes
sidelined.
in so strong. He comes in, basically
Like
obliterated
a
everyone.
wrecking
he
ball.
Yeah,
he
he comes in
obliterated
like
nowhere. Yeah, pretty
he
much.
obliterated Groot. He was just ahead.
Yeah.
After that whole fight. Yeah, and then after that he just kind of like he lost his like it's not as scary anymore after that. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much that. I thought it's going to be kind of like I don't know, like a three-way fight kind of thing. There's him, but there is Adam, and then there's High Evolutionary with the Guardians kind of thing. But
Well, it was like that for
I
like
mean, it was like that
30 seconds.
until yeah, for a bit.
30
When
seconds.
Adam, I keep thinking Adam Savage, Adam Warlock.
No, Warlock.
Adam Savage, not the
Adam
guy
Savage is
from.
DC, right?
What?
No,
What?
that's
No.
Vandal Savage. Who's Adam Savage?
Mythbuster.
Mythbuster
okay.
dude.
Yeah,
No, I was thinking of
Mythbuster,
Vandal
dude.
Savage.
Mythbuster dude.
No, but yeah, like so yeah, we get that at like Encounter Earth for a bit when Adam was fighting the rabbits, I believe, or is it no? It's a pig. Yeah, the
The
pig.
pig. The
Yeah, the
war
pig.
pig.
And that's it. And then once Counter Earth blew up, and it's like, oh, okay, we don't get him anymore. So yeah, kind of man, I guess you don't really want to focus on him. He's for like the future, I
But
guess.
yeah, and like the fact when Star Wars was about to die, when he
Mhm.
was frozen, when he came back for the Zune and he was frozen, in my brain I was like, there is no way they're killing him off right now. Where is Adam Warlock? He's literally in here. Get him right now. And then they zoom out and Warlock's like, oh, there you go.
That's how you
Right
remembered
on
Adam
cue.
was there. I didn't even remember. I was like, oh, yeah,
In
that's
my
Adam.
brain, I was like, the only person who can save Star Lord right now is Adam Warlock. He was there. Get him in here. And he's
I
literally
I was already like mentally prepared, like, oh no, is Star Lord gonna die?
I thought it was
No.
like,
Yeah.
is
And
Star
then
Lord
this
gonna die?
and then this yellow
That
dude
would have
appears.
been-
I'm like, ah, damn it.
That would have been a side twist, though, definitely, because all of us were
Yeah.
thinking Drax or Rocket dying. But if Star Lord died, God, that would be.
That's
because
why I
Star-Lord
was
is so good
partly
in this
looking
film.
forward to it. Yeah, but like,
You're looking forward to Star Lord dying?
Yes.
kind of. Yes.
What?
Like, I mean, like, no, looking forward to it. Like, it would have been really tragic, and I would have been very sad about it, and I want to be sad, but like, yeah. And then Warlock
Yo.
appeared.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Well,
Warlock,
what's
Warlock
it-
is still cool. It's still comedic. The comedic part, like when he killed the whole, like,
Yeah.
all right, Adam, show him.
Show him business. Show him.
We mean business.
We mean
Just
business,
kill
yeah.
him. It's like,
They're like,
Just
And he has to
obliterate
pick
him.
up-
and then he kept the pet.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. Well, what's your thoughts on Groot's design? The swole Groot.
I like Groot's design. I like that he can glide now, falling with style. I know Calvin had an issue with that, and I like his ending design in the post credit scene, like the
I want to
big
see that.
Groot.
Yeah.
So
That
good.
that mid credit design of Groot is like so scary
Awesome.
looking.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I like Groot. Groot's cool in this film.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he has a lot more new powers now, like with the multiple arms becoming big, wing gliding.
That
Hide
part
the
is so cool
guns.
though. When
Yeah.
when he hide the guns and then like
Yeah,
he
inside
hide the
the-
guns, but
I
yeah, he
wish
was
they
love
didn't
something
show
like
that. And I wish they didn't show that in the trailer. I wish they.
Yeah,
did.
yeah, exactly.
I don't even remember that they showed that in the trailer.
Yeah, I
at the
didn't
same
remember
time.
that
I was,
from the
like,
trailer. That's why I
surprised
was
as
like
well. I
really
was like,
hyped.
oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
yeah, yeah.
No, but not only did he shoot around with it, and then he also grows like branches to cover
Oh yeah, to
Quill.
shield
Cover Peter, yeah,
Peter,
Shield
right?
cover
Quill,
Peter.
yeah, from getting shot.
That
Oh,
is a
was
hard.
cool.
That is a hard carry. If
Hard
I've ever
carry.
seen one.
And even the
Yeah.
sequence,
It's
the
like
no
General
sleep till
Grievous, but
the
guns
no
and
sleep till
breeze.
Brooklyn sequence when he was like fighting, the whole sequence with Groot was also really awesome in there.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
the
yeah.
hallway.
Groot is just awesome, honestly.
And like outside of fighting, like his character, the fact that he really cares about Rocket, obviously that makes sense. I like that whole relationship that he had throughout this whole film, and he's sort of like
Mhm.
very loyal. And I think my favorite part of this movie that involves Groot is the ending, because when he said at the ending when everyone is like as soon as zoom out, and then he said, "I love you guys." At
That wasn't
first,
I am Groot. Was like.
at first I was like, "Whoa."
What?
That was weird. And then the more I think about it, none of the characters in that scene was startled by the fact that Groot said, "I love you guys," which means that it's normal. And in my brain, it triggers, oh, we've been with Groot long enough that we finally understand Groot. And that's how I interpret it. And I love that
Oh.
for it.
That's how you interpret
So,
it.
Like,
so in
that's
reality,
the way-
he's
like,
saying
he's
I am
still saying
Groot.
I
We
am Groot,
understand Groot
But we
now.
understand it for that. one,
Yes.
pretty-
Because the whole movie too is the fact that Gamora is keep on making fun. There is no way you guys understand what I am Groot is. Like
Yeah.
no,
but,
they
but she
keep
didn't.
on-
But she did understand in the end of the film.
in the
though,
end
yeah.
she
Yeah.
understands it eventually. Like, but at first it's
Yeah.
like what you guys are interpreting is like long sentences. There's no way you're just making this up. And like the fact that at the what happened throughout the film and in the very end when he said I love you guys and none of the characters budge, it conclusively it makes sense that we as the audience finally understands Groot.
The way
And
when,
that's
when
so
I,
awesome.
I don't remember how they react to the characters in it, but the way when I see it, it's more like they're like, when you're shocked, you just don't react.
he
Kinda
just brushed
thing.
it off.
Yeah, that's my thought of like when Groot says, "I love you guys," and they're like, like what?
These are like,
But,
okay, that was weird, but this is a nice moment.
Yeah, something like that. It's like you're shocked. You're so shocked. There's no reaction to it. But you know what? Albert interpretation is more deep, so let's go
It's
with
better,
that.
is
I
it not?
guess.
Does it not
Let's
make
go
it
with
better?
that.
Does it not
Is
make it
it
better?
better? I don't know.
I
Maybe,
guess it
By
maybe
the way,
is.
you're
this
reading
this
into
is
it
this
too
is
much.
not
Could be that.
this is not my interpretation. By the way, it's my friend told me about this, and I was like, "Whoa, I did not think of that, and I love that." So yeah.
You know
Normally,
what?
I'd
Let's
say
go
you're
with that.
thinking a bit too deep, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? I guess it's a
I
nice
want. I want to
theory.
keep this a nice moment, so why not? Let's go with that. Yeah.
What do you guys think of
Uh,
Gamora?
I mean,
Why?
she's great.
Do you think she feels out of place at times?
Not really. I mean, we know that
To
she's
be
she's
honest,
not
the
the
fact
same
that she is
Gamora.
out of place kind of makes more sense now, doesn't it? Because she's not even from the same universe.
Yeah. Well, the same
Yeah.
universe, different timeline.
The timeline, yeah, shit, never mind.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
mean, she's not out of place in any way. Honestly, I mean, yeah. She doesn't know. She's not close with them. It makes sense that she just reacts to the same, like Thanos, like when she's still daughter of Thanos kind of thing, where
yeah,
she's
yeah.
like more savage. So yeah, I don't think it's out of place too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it creates a very interesting dynamic, honestly, with the whole team, because it also sort of makes it like the Guardians has always, in the greater scheme of the MCU, even in Infinity War, they always the other characters always treat the Guardians as sort of a joke.
Okay.
And even Gamora in the beginning of it was like that, but eventually they all realized that they're not a joke. They are the freaking Guardians of the Galaxy, and I sort of like that, like wrap circle idea concept kind of thing.
Mm.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
what is there anything? Is there anything else you want to mention? If not, we can get to the mid credit, I guess, and post credit if you want to talk about that.
I'm looking at my review from Airbox. Yeah, I think the comedy and the drama was balanced really well. Again, High Evolutionary was good. I like the fact that Rocket scratch his face out literally, that he have to
Oh,
use
yeah.
a mask. I love that for it.
I was kind of
Um,
brutal looking at that. Not gonna lie.
It was brutal.
I mean, the effect of it. I mean, afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, the makeup again. The makeup with this film with the sexy beast thing that Calvin mentioned, and like the VFX is really good in this film. The prosthetics and everything is really good in this film.
Oh, I have to say, I thought that the whole Layla thing, from when we saw her in the trailer, I didn't expect that to be a flashback. Yeah.
Oh.
It was baby Rocket though.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like I thought it's kind of like a separate thing, kind of thing, where. So when I saw the trailer, how I thought the story was gonna go is like Rocket found high evolutionary kind of thing, and then that
Yeah, and found
triggers the
Layla
flashback
somehow. Yeah.
of
Oh, that's
when
how
he's
you
the
okay.
baby, and
Yeah,
then
that I was
realizing
on the same boat as Kelvin.
Oh, so
realizing
okay.
high evolutionary is still making like experiments like Rocket, then he wants to save them. That's what I thought the story is gonna go. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm on the same
Yeah.
boat as Kelvin. That's what I thought as
Yeah.
well.
I always had the interpretation that it was a flashbacks and it's a traumatic experience, and the high evolution. I never interpreted where the high evolutionary wants Rocket for his brains, but I always interpreted where like Rocket and the Guardians wants to stop the high evolutionary because he's trying to do something still.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah,
Um,
that's what I thought the movie was gonna go. Like I from the beginning, I have a feeling Rocket wouldn't die because in my theory, in that looking at it that way, I thought that Rocket, Layla, and the others was going to be like Rocket's gonna separate himself, like be done with the Guardians, and then go adventure with the Layla and friends.
but
If
they never
if it wasn't
got a
flashbacks.
chance to. It's so sad.
Yeah, I know, which makes it sad when I saw it. I'm like, oh, what? She died? God damn.
When they got killed, I was like,
Yeah, when they got
God,
killed,
that's
yeah.
so devastating. And then they just like pure rage. And then like at the end, when he tried to save all the when he tried to save all the
Yeah.
raccoons, man.
It's so cute,
Oh
man.
my
Yeah.
god, that's so wholesome. I legit thought when he was trying to save the raccoons, they were gonna kill him off again over there. in that
Right,
scene.
dude.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I was saying this to Kelvin, and like I know I wasn't the only one thinking that because the person sitting next to me watched that scene like this.
Was covering her
Because
face, yeah.
he was on his own and he doesn't have his comms. He
He was
gave
on
his
his
comms to
own?
Nebula.
Yeah, and then gave his comms, and like the scene was like shot perfectly in his face, but you could just see the doorway behind him.
A little bit, right? Yeah.
Like you could just see the doorway, like in the corner, and you'd like, oh god, I was dreading that.
But
the
I was-
entire
I was
time.
so
that
ha-
was
I was
making
so
me
happy that
anxious
he-
though, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. We care about the raccoon. But yeah, I love that they didn't kill him off then, and they just have a
Right.
sequence where they beat the shit out of him.
And at the end, he says his name like, "I'm Rocket Raccoon."
Yeah, he finally says
Yeah, he finally
Rocket
sees the raccoon because
Raccoon,
he sees
Yeah.
the
Yeah, he
raccoon on
sees
the side.
raccoon.
Like,
yeah.
he's like, shit, I am a raccoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. After all this time, not believing he's a raccoon.
I like how
Yeah.
throughout the movie, like they can never decide what he is. Like Gamora kept
A
calling him
badger,
badger.
a
Someone called him
squirrel
a
or something.
porcupine.
Since
Yeah.
Guardians,
Hedgehog,
the
yeah.
first Guardians, nobody.
I mean,
they
yeah,
always
since the
call
first
him different
Guardians,
Star Lord is
yeah.
like Trash
Yeah.
Panda.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
What
rodents.
is a trash panda?
And when they mentioned he's raccoon, he's like, I'm not the raccoon, but now he finally he learns
He
he is
accepts
the
it.
raccoon.
I'm a raccoon. My God.
Yes, a rocket raccoon.
Yeah.
I also I like that Kraglin have his moments when he finally got to use the
The arrow.
Arrow.
yeah, and then
Use
Yondu
your
makes
heart,
Yondu makes
kid.
a cameo, and then
Oh
obviously
yeah,
Cosmo
Yandu's cameo, yeah.
smashed with the rocks, everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What else is there? Cosmo is the true MVP though. Like connecting nowhere and the high
yeah.
velocity
Oh, yeah.
ship. Yeah.
Cosmo
It's
is
a true
also
MVP.
good.
Pretty powerful. She's holding like a gigantic ship.
You know,
Yeah.
oh,
Her mind.
one thing that about the nowhere sequence that I was like, freaking brilliant marketing, and I hate James Gunn for it. There is a sequence in the trailer where the whole team. There were several shots in the trailer where the whole team is walking towards the camera and they look like they're defeated. One of the particular scene was the whole team walking towards camera and they were holding Chris Pratt's, they're holding Star-Lord's body.
Yeah.
And in the trailer, I was thought, oh, that is the
Ah.
sequence where Star-Lord's probably like defeated. No, he just passed out drunk.
He's drunk, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
when I saw that scene, I was like, I hate James Gunn. He used the shot in the trailer as if Star-Lord's dead. And it's just
Yeah,
like passed
I
out
think
drunk.
they used like very like somber music as well or something. with
Yeah.
it too. And
Oh,
it turns out
man.
he was just drunk. Fucking idiot.
Yeah.
By the way, I remembered
Oh.
now. I remembered another line that is also tragic.
Go ahead.
Can I
Okay.
fly with you? Oh shit!
Mm,
In the afterlife. In the afterlife.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no,
He's like,
that-
"Can
that
I
was-
fly with you?" I'm like, "Yes." But but then she says like,
But
"But not
not
now."
now.
It's like, "Oh."
But not now. Ooh. Yeah.
Oh, because I re-triggered
you still, have, you,
Albert's
still have,
head
you, still
again.
have, you still have a purpose and everything. Yeah,
You
that's
still
good.
have a purpose. Yeah.
So good, James Gunn. Oh, again, he
This is perfect ending. Perfect ending for sure. For the Guardians.
I am
Uh,
glad. You guys remember when they almost did Guardians 3 without James Gunn?
Wait,
I
that almost
cannot.
happened?
That
Because
almost
he got cancelled. Remember?
Oh right, he got
Cancelled,
cancelled at
yeah.
one point.
That's why
right,
he worked on the
yeah.
Suicide Squad. That's why he ended up in
That's
DC at one
right.
point. Can you imagine a world
Yeah.
where that still happens? Man.
The Guardians would still be ongoing right now if that happens. I feel like.
Yeah, we'll still be
Somehow.
ongoing, and it will just become very like mid.
Yeah.
It wouldn't
probably.
be
Superman.
the Guardians that it is. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I guess anything else about the movie you want to talk about?
Trying to think.
All right.
Ran out.
About the mid-credit scene, I read about in the internet. Apparently, that kid, the one.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you, Albert. Yeah,
Phyla?
about that kid.
Is that yeah?
Oh,
her,
the
her?
white-haired kid. Yeah.
Yeah, the white
Yeah.
kid.
From what I read on the internet, apparently that kid, in the comics at least, was ever
Very-
Captain
very-
Marvel's
very powerful.
daughter. I don't know how
Um,
powerful, but they say in the article I read that at one point in the I don't know in the comics she was Captain Marvel's daughter. So I'm like, okay. don't know how
well
powerful.
they mentioned they I don't think they ever mentioned her name in the film, but in the
No, they
credits she's
don't.
credited as like Phyla Vel,
Oh no,
which
she
is
was mentioned. Rocket literally said to her, "All right, Phyla,
Phyla?
what's your favorite?" Yeah, he said it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I don't
Yeah,
remember.
that's but yeah, Phyla Vel. I've never read a story of Phyla Vel, but I know her name is prominent. It sounds familiar, and I looked it up. Yeah, she is a supporting character to like Captain Marvel and everything. And this is like this is more so the male Captain Marvel who is never in the MCU but a big part in the comics, predecessor to Miss Marvel Carol Danvers. It's a whole thing, but it's related to that one.
Ah, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. But yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's who. Phyla. That's her name.
You know what's funny
Yeah.
in the other post-credit scene where it's him talking with his grandparents and in the
Mm-hmm.
newspaper. I know the first thing that I noticed was in the newspaper
Oh,
when they were talking.
Kevin
I noticed in the
Bacon.
newspaper
Yeah.
Kevin Bacon,
Yeah.
and I reacted, and then the guy next to me is like, "What?" He's so confused. So he didn't watch the holiday special. And then the other funny thing, when I was walking out of the theater, there was two guys debating of what cereal that was. And I was like, that was Magic Spoon, guys. I have that cereal at home. I know what it is. It's Magic Spoon. So like, and then the guy is like, I told you it was Magic Spoon. I was like, okay, fine.
Wait, so you just
Yeah.
went up to them and said, "Yeah, it's Magic Spoon."
I didn't
It's
went
Magic
up to
Spoon.
them. I was walking out and they were debating behind me, and I was like, no, that was Magic Spoon. I was like, chimed in. I was like, I told you it was Magic Spoon. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I don't think we have anything else to say on this movie. Right? Nothing else to add
Mhm.
on this. Yeah. All right. I guess that's that for the spoiler discussion for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Actually, how much are you guys giving this? Rating wise,
Uh, don't look at my letterbox. I may have rated.
I
For
it.
haven't seen it yet.
4.5. For
I'll
no
give
four
it
and a
four and a
half. I
half.
think it might go to a 5. I am debating if I like this more than the first one or not. I might. I don't know yet.
I give this a 5 out of 5.
Four and a
Yeah,
half.
4.5 for Teguh. Ariq,
4 out of 5.
4,
Yes,
4 out of 5.
yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Do you give it a minus half points because there's no spaceship Teguh? Spaceship fight? Is that what happened? Huh?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
That's pretty
Anyway.
much it.
Yeah. How about you, Rick? Why do you give it a 4? What's the -1 point? I thought you really liked this movie.
We ignored it. It was terrible. No, actually, no. Again, I'm on side with Teguh. There wasn't much of a big space battle or air combat like in the
Hand-to-hand
first
combat.
film. The hallway scene was pretty cool.
The hallway
And
scene was
what else
cool.
is there? I don't know.
Mantis making people dance is cool. That was
That's
so
the thing. Like,
funny.
I
That
think
was so funny.
I genuinely really like Guardians of the Galaxy 1, but I think I still gave that a 4.5. So I think it made sense that if I didn't like this as much as
Mhm.
Guardians of the Galaxy 1, it probably
No,
is
Alright,
only
yeah,
a slightly
less.
less. Slightly
Very
less.
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
objective rating system. I like it.
Technically,
One-
objectively, they're equally good. It's just like I prefer this one more, you know?
Yeah, no,
I
the
think
rating
Guardian-
system is
I
objective.
think it's very interesting to compare again because the first one is much more it's dramatic, but there is much more comedy and lighthearted, and
Yeah,
this one's
it's much more
darker,
lighthearted, yeah.
Yeah.
even though there's still good comedic moments. There's really good comedic moments, but still it's much darker. So yeah, it's which
Yeah.
type do you like more? You know.
Yeah, exactly.
I like the first and the third one equally for the
Yeah.
Guardians.
We
Yeah.
just know that
I
we
mean-
all can unanimously agree the second one is the worst.
It's the worst.
of the films.
Yes.
Yeah, so we can.
I'm kind of glad that I
It's the weakest
rewatched 1
though.
and 2 before the third one.
Also,
Yeah.
you're fresh with the.
I'm very
Yeah,
fresh with the Guardians.
and to go watch the holiday special before the third one.
I
Yeah.
did not watch a holiday special, so I was confused with the nowhere part. Only the
You
nowhere
should
part.
still watch it. It's pretty wholesome and it's funny.
It's good. It's funny.
It's
Funny,
funny.
it's funny.
I saw the ending. Yeah, I got spoiled.
Alright, yeah. One key takeaway that I agree with Mr. Blue Gold here. DC fans, you're in good hands with James Gunn.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, they're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. After watching all the Guardians and Suicide Squad was good. So you know what? I'm confident with James Gunn for sure. So yeah. All right.
Especially
I
now his
guess
Superman legacy. I'm excited for that.
yeah. All right. I guess that's that. Now I guess let's just plug it out. I suppose. So Epic, why don't you go ahead?
You can find me on. I even forgot. Instagram at Ariq Andria. You can find me on Rikidu at Letterbox, which I have been updating. So smart.
Ooh.
Nice.
Alright.
Nice.
All right, Teguh.
You can find me on Instagram at TeguM23 and on Twitter at Tegidu.
All right, and yeah, you guys can find me on Instagram at KYA27 and Disco Monkey on Letterbox and YouTube. I was out of breath for no reason saying that. All right, Albert.
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Letterbox at JA Wiradharma. Find me everywhere there for the social media stuff. And you can follow the Councilmen at Councilmen Show on Twitter, Instagram, Letterbox. Once again, subscribe to us on the YouTube channel, share, like. Don't forget to like and smash the subscribe button and check out all of our other stuff, as well as find us on the audio feed that we upload right after the live stream is done. That is the Councilmen podcast feed. Subscribe to there as well. Help us grow on the audio platform. Even if you watch the live stream, if you prefer the video version, it does help us out if you just go to your whatever your podcast app is and just like press the button subscribe. It does help us a lot. And leave a review while you're at it. Apparently, the review helps people find us. That's what I've heard. So it would help us. So please do that.
Yeah, there you go. Do those things, guys. You know.
Hmm.
Yeah. I guess before we go off, Albert, real quick question of the day from Katie Lynch in honor of Speak Now Taylor's version being announced the other day. Yeah. If you could recreate something that you made from your past and share it with the world, what would it be?
Why is it only targeted at me? She's because
I don't know because I only read there was Taylor Swift, so I thought it was going to be a Taylor Swift question. Now that I
Yeah,
read the whole thing, it's not a
they-
Taylor Swift question.
Taylor announced because she's been you guys know she's been recording all her music, right? Because of
Yeah.
the whole rights thing. So yeah, she announced Speak Now the other day during her concert in Nashville. But yeah, if you could recreate something that you made from your past and share it with the world, what would it be? God, that's a big question.
I would want to
did I
recreate our
make?
Viet Cong video.
Well,
Oh,
that is available for the world to see. I guess we could
Oh,
recreate
that
it.
is
Better
true.
better
We could
budget,
recreate
better
it.
budget. You know,
Yeah,
yeah.
better budget. Yeah.
You know what it is?
Ariq?
Oh, you know, Ariq, go ahead first.
Parkours.
Parkour.
Really?
Oh.
Parkour video?
episode 2.
It's not fair, Albert. I'm finally physically fit.
Wait, but that is a sequel. This one is recreate. That means you have to
Yeah,
recreate
exactly.
it exactly
We're gonna
like
start
last
from the
time,
yeah, exactly. From the
and you
beginning,
have to lose again like last time.
I didn't lose last time. I won the first one.
Well, okay, wait. You know what? The unreleased footage is the one where you lost. It was unreleased.
Yeah,
footage.
exactly.
The one that you won. It's like yeah.
All right.
You know,
Albert,
that's
you got
my
an
choice.
answer?
you know what it is. This is a weird. This is not. I guess not a weird one. And even if I recreate it now, I don't know if it would have been better because I feel like I was a better artist back then. And I used to draw comics. I used to draw Pokemon comics of like random character they going on an adventure, and I literally hand drawn comics of them like story wise. And it's back home. I don't know where it is. But I guess it could be cool to show some people like, hey, I probably don't have the license. Pokemon will take it down. But it's like, hey, I make this comics a while ago of like Pokemon adventures when I was younger. But my artistic style probably worse now. So I don't know if it would have been a good idea.
All right. Tugs, you got an answer for this?
I don't know. What did I make?
You know?
Your sleeveless shirt.
I just made it, and it's not even
Yeah.
done yet.
Recreate it again.
It's not even done yet.
Recreate it again.
Like who never made anything when he was a kid.
I know.
Remember
Remember
that
that
thing?
recreation though? It just never started. Remember his
Yeah,
short
it
film?
Yeah, remember that
Yeah,
movie?
I was thinking of that, but I never.
The
it
short
never
film,
started.
We Are Men.
Yeah.
Oh no, not that. That's,
No, not that.
That's for
Oh,
the
not
Like
that.
there's
sequel.
one
This
where
is
I
like an
called a
off-
bunch of people to make a movie, but then I never got any writers, so it just kind of like died.
Oh, that one.
So you
yeah,
got
yeah,
hit
yeah.
by the writer's strike like 10
Oh,
years
yeah.
ago.
All the way
Was
back.
was that
Right.
2007?
I think it was more like
We weren't
2012.
compensated correctly. Rightly.
Yeah, I guess that they were too high.
I got hit by writer's strike so early.
So
They're not,
early.
they're not even part. They're not even part of the guild. They just decided to strike.
It's foreshadowing for what's going to happen.
It was
Today.
it was a foreshadowing. Yeah.
Like
You
10
should
years later.
you should pursue it now to go, but use ChatGPT as the writer and see how that goes.
Yeah.
Oh god. Actually,
Yeah, we
actually,
gotta
actually.
test it out.
And see if it's
Yeah.
if it's a bad outcome, you can show it to the Associated Press of America,
To the Hollywood studios.
to the Hollywood. Like,
You
see,
see?
this is what happens. I'm a victim.
I'm a
I'm a
victim.
victim.
I'm a victim.
Alright, with that, the councilman has spoken, and we'll see you in the next